Okay.
Schmoke,
Okay.
and Zeppelin.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring Potato in and let's see what Potato's all about.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Thanks, Shannon. Like I said, we may do half a phone in Friday and do some random duos. I felt like we haven't done random duos in PUBG in a while, but we'll see. We'll roll with it a little bit. You're trying to resub, but Twitch won't take your money. That's okay, my dude. Open up Twitch and you just force it, like Grandma Stu. Potato, are you there?
Yo, I'm here, man. What's good? Yeah, sorry, I did wanted to give yourself a chance to finish there. My bad.
Hey, Potato. No, dude, I appreciate your understanding how to acquiesce. Where are you calling from, Potato?
Dude, University of Maryland. Let's go, Terps.
University of Maryland, the football team that has 25 different helmet combinations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest football guy, but yeah, I mean, not wrong.
Well, any sort of athletic contest from the Terrapins, you guys have a lot of different, you know.
Dude, yeah, we're some spicy boys. Not gonna lie. Got some good shit over here.
Yo, my little brother's watching, my dude.
Oh, yeah.
What do you
we
mean?
got good stuff. Good stuff over here.
Yeah. Okay. So what's going on, my dude? So you're the trailblazer for today's episode, aka you're the first one to acquiesce.
Yeah, man.
First and foremost, how do you feel about that, being the first?
Feels pretty good. I've watched for a long time. You know, I've watched your stream the other day. Watched the call-in Friday from last week. Pretty good stuff. Gonna be hard to meet that level of expectation.
So when you watched last week, were you like,
yeah,
I'm not sure I can call in and acquiesce to that level, or are you pretty confident that, hey, look, you can?
You know, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. By the way, I'm the guy who's like the Plooper Scooper guy in chat. It's a pretty trash boy name, but you know, I was the Portugueseling guy.
Dude, stop right now. You sound identical to one of my good friends from college, but I know it's not you. But like literally.
Yeah. Dude, it's possible, man. He's like a long lost brother or something. I can see it.
You sound like him. Anyway, so but I just want to preface something by saying the people that call in, this is not a competition. You don't have to acquiesce or rise above the level of quality of the caller before. It's an equal and open deal. So, Potato. So your name's Potato in Discord. What is it in Twitch again?
I just popped it in. Yeah, no.
Okay, super duper.
Twitch, it's a pretty trash name. If you want an explanation, I can give it to you, but it's pretty trashy. But yeah, I mean, Potato is like my real ID. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. So what acquiesced you to call in as the first trailblazer on this Friday afternoon?
I mean, it's hard, man, because I've got a lot of questions, but I know I got to keep it down low. So, let me. Well, can I first start by asking for permission for something? Is that okay?
You know, I'm a believer in the system. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Okay.
But
right,
but even with that, I do appreciate your acquiescence. What would you like permission for, my dude?
All right. So my major in school is information science, which it's pretty straightforward. But you know, part of it involves gathering info, and we had a Wikipedia segment subject during this past semester, and I noticed your wiki page out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty nice, but like I think it could use a buff. You know what I mean? I think it needs some buffering up. Like you don't even have a picture on there, and you know Wikipedia is really strict about that sort of stuff. I want you to acquiesce some photos. You know what I mean, man?
Well,
I want some juicy permissions so we can get some good shit on there. I mean, good stuff, of course.
Well, let me ask you this. So you're talking to an individual that was vaguely aware that he had a Wikipedia page, but it's definitely something that, you know, I haven't seen in probably a good 365 to 720 days. So what permission do you need from me to go ahead and quote unquote buff it up?
Just so long as you're on stream saying like, yo, you can take a screen cap and like use this for juicy stuff, then because the thing is, there's like a lot of complex image copyright stuff out there that you got to be careful about. In Wikipedia, they'll get on you over it. They're not that fly, man. They're not wavy.
When you say like juicy stuff, are you talking about like accurate information to add to?
Oh yeah, no, totally, completely accurate. Nothing like no cheese. We're not talking cheese here. We're talking like some juicy, spicy jalapenos. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask this: and is this for a college assignment, or is this just for your personal acquiescence?
I already did the assignment earlier on in the semester, but like this would just be personal acquiescence, man. I just want to like get it juicy.
So did you have to do that for another subject or topic? Like you were tasked to go improve Wikipedia?
Yeah, man. I went on the Great Emu War webpage and I spiced that up a little bit. Added some flair to it.
You said Great Emu War, like a war between like emus. Isn't that like a sort of an elk or something like that?
Nah, man, just regular old emu. Not emo, emu.
Emu, isn't emu is a northern animal, isn't it?
Nah, we're talking Australia. We're talking with the Aussies,
Is an emu like a lammas, a llama?
They're the birds, man. Emu, the birds, the big birds.
Emu, an ostrich?
Yeah, post World War II, they had to purge a bunch of these emus because they were just getting up in people's biz. And
what do you mean by purge?
Dude, you want to check the page, go for it. But they were like hopping fences. I mean, those guys were up to no good. They were trying to chump on people's grubs, So
how large is said emu?
I mean, dude, probably bigger than you.
So they're like legit. So they're ostriches before they were ostriches.
Yeah, basically. Think of them as like the Aussie ostriches.
Yeah. And so what happened?
They got a lot of them. They, it's not so bad anymore. But
what do you mean by they got a lot of them?
I mean, you got like 30,000 on the table, but the war didn't go so well.
But when you say got, like you mean like what was their fate?
If we were talking PUBG, like acquiesced, like winner winner chicken dinner. You know what I mean, man?
Like they destroyed them?
Oh yeah, no, I mean without a doubt. But it wasn't the army. The army failed, but the Aussies prevailed.
Like the individuals.
Yeah.
I was completely unaware of such a thing. What drew you to bolster that Wikipedia page in particular for college credit?
Dude, if there's a war against an ostrich and you lose it, you gotta take note.
Wait, so how did they lose the war?
They just didn't get him fast enough. You play PUBG and you stall out, and eventually you just lose the game.
I don't understand. I mean, like, so let's just boil it down because I think we're dancing around the fence here. So the Great War against the emu was they were literally going to wipe out all the emus from Australia.
I mean, all right, you got a pest problem, right? Are you just going to let them fly?
No. Don't come on the show and dance around the issue. Was that the goal?
The goal was to just basically cull. You know the culling? They cull the population.
What does cull mean? So you're using all these fancy collegiate terms?
No, my bad. Cull, to like, to kind of slaughter like wild animals because they're just becoming too much of a nuisance for the general population.
But the entire population, or are you just talking like population reduction?
Population reduction, yeah. We're not talking about extermination. We're talking about like, hey, I'm trying to farm here, but you're not letting me.
Okay. So it's and when did this take place?
Like right after World War II. This was like when the money was low and like the government was like, this is probably not going to go so well.
All right. So it was their goal because like crops and stuff were getting. Oh.
Yeah. Trying to head west in Australia. Yeah.
Hold on, dude.
Yeah, I see. I just got that delay rolling in.
Okay, so bottom line, he's gonna take a shot here. No, not like this. Come on. So you were saying that. So why did you pick that Wikipedia page to bolster?
because I mean, started the project like the night before it was due. So
I know, but there's like
yeah.
Wikipedia, isn't it like billions of pages?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna like try and buff your page at first. I was like, yo, my man Dan like could use some more stuff here, but I didn't find like enough legit sources out there. Didn't want to get an F on that assignment, so figured, all right, time to pick like a pretty memey subject and kind of bolster the cred.
That's Mimi, the emu.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
I mean, it's just kind of like cheesy. I mean, imagine if you lost a war to like a bunch of birds. I mean, pretty sad stuff if you ask me.
Well, I mean, on the show we're here to maybe talk about learning from history, not necessarily pointing the finger at groups of individuals that maybe failed in the emu battle. But nonetheless, yeah, I know that's part one of your acquiescence. Feel free to provide some more factual information on our Wikipedia page if you so are inclined.
All right. I mean, dude, all you have to do is look up Emu War on the wiki page. I'm not here to talk about birds, though, Dan. Are you here to talk about birds? I'm not here to talk
I'm here to learn and keep the two goals of the show always at the forefront of humanity, you know?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, so, I have an idea for a question, all right, Dan?
An idea for a question.
All right, can I ask you, like, a mini question first? You know what? I know your motto, ask for forgiveness. What's your workout plan? I know Kanye's, but I want to hear your workout plan, all right, Dan? I need to know.
Like my actual workout plan or my Kanye workout plan?
Like, give me, like, the 3-second workout plan real quick.
That's right. Put in work. Eat that salad. No dessert. That one? That one?
Yeah. I got you. No, but I want some actual, you know, like give me some tips. I'm trying to learn the ropes more.
Okay.
Give me some tips.
Well, I mean, you're asking from an individual whose workouts are about as consistent as my aim in PUBG. So with that being said, you know, I mean, if you've watched the show, you've seen there's times when we can rise up and there's times when you're like, literally, what are you doing? But I think it's just based on personal preference. As you get a little bit older in life, you know, you sound like a young lad yourself. You start.
Wait, take a guess. Take a guess at how old I am.
I would say early 20s.
Oh yeah. You're on point. Yeah.
I mean,
21, 22 in December. Yeah.
You act like you're surprised.
No, I mean, I thought you were gonna say I was like 16.
No. Because number one, you're in college. Number two, you're fairly well spoken, and
thank you.
But I'm maybe more impressed with that you elevated your level of acquiescence on the show. Because I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that if you talk to someone normally, you may not have this much inflection in your voice. So I can appreciate your added effort.
I tone it down. Yeah. I'm sized. Yeah. So let's go.
But me personally, so I like to run. So.
Oh, true.
But I'm at a point now where it's like, all right, you can only run for so long. So I'm kind of in between a rock and a hard place. Here's why. Back, I want to say in like 05, 06, I swore and I put down the basketball forever. Okay, I love playing basketball, but it was a combination of two events. Event number one, I had seen, you know, I was a graduate assistant football coach at the time, and I had seen a fellow coach blow out a Achilles. Just playing some pickup basketball. So you can imagine that's a little traumatic. On top of that, your boy, you know, I'm an average size individual. I think if you were to take the average American male, I probably fit right in there for average height, weight, etc., etc. I decided it'd be a good idea to play pickup basketball with a bunch of Division I football players. No problem, right? You know, I'm below average skill, but anyways, long story short, I was going for a loose ball and went mouth first into I think the backup middle linebacker's head. So shattered a couple of my, not shattered. Think of like a crescent moon being taken out of your front teeth. So I had to get that situation taken care of, and since then, as much as I love basketball, I said, hey, look, you know, at some point, you got to hang it up. So
yeah, man.
I would love to pick up basketball one day a week. I'm just trying to really conceptualize in my head if it's worth it. But so what does that mean for you? What it means for you is that you may not like running, you may not like basketball, but I guarantee there's something active you like, whether you found it or not yet. And I'd be more acquiesced to say, if you're looking to bolster or add on to your fitness plan, coming from someone that doesn't necessarily follow that himself, I would say that if you do something you enjoy, you're 1,000,000% more likely to stick with it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Like, I did cross country for years, and so I still enjoy running, but it's definitely hard because it's much different when you don't have as many people to run with.
Yeah, and it's
But,
you have to motivate yourself to run. What is a cross? Is it 5K?
Cross country, yeah. Like in high school, it's the 5K people. In college, I think it's technically 10K, but it might be 5 mile. But I don't run like for uni. Nah, I'm just
For uni, that sounds like a Canadian statement.
Nah, I'm just talking about like for my school. I'm not doing it through the university.
Okay, so like, are you in a position where you haven't like worked out in a while? You want to get back on the horse, or you've kind of hit a wall with your current acquiescence?
I mean, basically, I've been lifting pretty regularly, like 3 times a week.
Okay.
But my workout buddy just he quit on me.
What do you mean he quit?
Dude, I mean, it's season 2 now. Season 2 of hitting the gym.
I know, but like, so basically, like, you're counting on him and say, hey, look, even in the situation that you may want to quit, at least give me a heads up so we could shoot a finale, and then you just showed up to the gym one day and he just wasn't there. Exactly.
It's exactly like that. And now I need some people to fill, and that's the hard part.
Okay.
You probably feel what I'm talking about now.
I can understand sometimes you have to make it a revolving door, but I think that's, I mean, you're in college, right? So you know your discretionary income is limited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working at the same time too. I'm also doing like laptop repair type stuff.
Like on your own or for a company?
Through the university. It's like free for students, but it's pretty dope. I get like a pretty basic income, like we're talking like a little bit more than minimum wage.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good shit, man. I mean, pretty good stuff.
Are you doing like soldering, or are you like doing like software type deal?
We're talking both. Not soldering. We're not making the laptops over here, but we're fixing them up. You come in with a bad hard drive, and we're like, yo, we got you.
Okay.
But if you have that warranty, spices it up a bit, helps.
Okay, I got you. Wait, so these are school issued laptops?
Nah, these are just anyone's laptop. You come here and you're a student. We're like, hey, give me that. I'll fix it for you, and I'll be right back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you need to understand like Toshiba, Dell, App. You got to know all forms of laptops.
We mainly focus Apple and Dell.
Okay.
If you have like a problem with your Lenovo or Toshiba, I'll take a look. I'll try, but I'm not certified. That's the problem.
Has anyone brought this is something I would consider. Has anyone brought you like a legit potato laptop from maybe the early 90s?
Yeah, people have brought in like take you back to like Windows 2003 type desktops. Like it's laptop repair, but people will just bring in their bulky potato computers and say like, hey, can you butter this up for me?
And and what do you have to do when that happens?
Oh, we say like, do you have like an actual keyboard for this thing? Because otherwise, what do you want us to do, man?
Oh, because it's the one with like the purple and light green plugs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I see. Well, cool. Yeah, no. So that's what I mean. So like for your back to I guess to the initial question.
Of course, yeah. So the main question I have for you, Dan, is since for this assignment, I have to make. I shit you not. I have to make a meme, Dan.
What do you mean?
I'm not kidding here.
What do you mean you have to make a meme?
Our final project. It sounds silly, chat. I know. We have to make a meme, and I'm asking you guys. I stuff you not, chat. I have to make a meme. All right.
And this for information. I need to make sure you're not memeing. Number one. Number two. What was the directive given by your professor or TA in terms of what does it have to be in video form? What?
It could be anything. And I'm already cooking with some ideas, but
well, I have something I'm cooking up. What's your proficiency in video editing?
My proficiency, I'd say, I got like a +1. If Mathis were here, like we're talking like D10s, not D12s.
All right, so let me ask you this: is it a project you have to turn in?
Oh yeah. This is the proposal is by the 1st of November, and the final, literally 25% of the grade is making a meme. Yes, the professor said meme. I am not kidding.
What about okay, I got some. Here's what I'm gonna throw this out to you, but if you think it's gonna be all hopscotch and candy corn. It's not gonna be. I'm working on something. That I think's gonna be very important to culture. It's gonna move. It's gonna move the needle a little bit in our little corner of the internet. But I can't do it alone. I need some help. It would count as credit for your final. One may say it may even ascend new levels. So if indeed you can provide me a syllabus and or assignment sheet from one of your professors regarding that you actually have to create a meme, then I can supply you with the assignment if you'd like to acquiesce. All
right. I'm not about to cop some work, but I will show you what we're dealing with.
What do you mean you're not about to cop some work?
Yo, because this stream is out there, man. I don't want the professor saying, hey, this man just gave you some handouts, you know.
It's like, it's not a handout. It's like you're gonna work for it, but I promise you, when it's all said and done, it may be the finest video that's ever been produced on my YouTube channel.
Sounds juicy though. I am with you here. It sounds.
But you sound like the type of. I mean, I'm just kind of call you out right here. Hopefully, I don't die.
Of course.
You sound like you want to make the meme, but you may not want to do the hard work it's going to take to make sure that it has some legs.
I want to make sure it has depth. I'm fine with doing the work. Dude, first part of this assignment, literally had to do like 8 hours of work on my own for the whole group because they weren't working on it.
It's a group project?
Yeah, man. It's a group project and they're slacking.
Why is it a group project?
Who knows, man. But it's all I know is I'm ready to carry. All right, I'm about to put the team on my back. You know.
All right.
Team unity.
All right. So here's what you need to do. All right. Well, you're in the Discord. Just send me a DM. You provide some proof of an assignment, and I'll make sure you get an A.
All right, man, dude. I'll show you what I got. And I guess to close it out, yo, tell me. I've been like listening through all of Kanye's albums recently. You know, I'm pretty hip at the moment. Tell me what you think the most underrated album is, and I'll give that a listen.
I would say most underrated. I would say
most underrated.
808s.
808s.
Which is, ironically enough, the only Kanye album in which there's not a single swear word.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Now you know. All right, Potato. Send me that DM. It was nice talking to you, my dude.
Dude, excellent, man. That you know. All right.
All right, later, buddy.
Man.
Honestly, Potato sounds... If I could provide you audio of my friend, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. There's a part of me that thought it was actually him memeing, but I will say this. Due to my buddy's line of work, he wouldn't be able to do it. He definitely, that Potato was not a one-hit wonder. I'm not sure I fully believe him, though, that his assignment was to make a meme. He's the president of Ford. No, that... It was weird, man. When we got... I don't know if you guys noticed, we got in that little skirmish. Oh, my bad. We got in that skirmish. I started jumping, like in Fortnite. Oh, Yeeterium, thank you so much for supporting the show. Donning the gold chain, the red shirt for the very first time. Yeeterium, 100% the first individual to create a planetarium that farms yeets. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Welcome, Yeet, with the champs and chains in the chat. X-Jumpman, 21X, just use your Amazon Prime account to support the show. Donning the gold chain, the red shirt, 100% the brains behind the Jordan brand. Dead Echo, thank you so much for donning the gold chain, the red shirt for the very first time. Dead Echo, the first individual to take sonar and mute it. Think about it. Anti-Matter Gizmo, thanks to the bits. And Arugula, 1234, thank you so much for donning the gold chain, the red shirt. Arugula, creating the first system in which you can grow arugula in zero-G gravity situations. A champion of the agriculture business. And Turtle Orion, donning the gold chain, the red shirt for the very first time with your Amazon Prime account, 100%, is doing a research project in which disproves the theory that Orion, the constellation, was a dude and it's actually a turtle. Turtle Orion, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Thank you guys. Shannon, are you there? Yeah, so we don't. So if you're new to the show, this chain right here, it has to be earned. Meaning no chicken dinner or victory in Fortnite. We don't get to don the 24-karat gold chain with the diamond bezel everywhere.
Hello.
Shannon, what's going on?
Hey.
Number one, how are things in the lobby? They rowdy, you got them under control? They spilling stuff in the white marble chat room, or what's going on?
No, things are fine.
What do you mean by fine?
Everyone's muted. So
What'd you say?
A little quiet. Everyone's muted.
Muted? Oh, okay. Well, so they're not...
Muted.
Oh, okay, okay. Maybe you scared them away.
Maybe I did.
All right, real quick. On the Shannon non-biased objective call rating scale, to start out, keeping in mind that was the Trailblazer first call of the phone-in Friday, on the Shannon scale, 0 to 10, 10 being the best, what do you rate that last caller?
I think it was a pretty good start. A lot of questions, but I'd say start at a 7.
Okay, 7. And those people in chat say, oh, Shannon gives out 7. Shannon's very judicious in how she rates each call, and it's very fair and balanced. All right, Shannon, who do we got up next on call waiting?
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in Zeppelin.
Alrighty.
Zeppelin, a new subscriber.
Hey,
Zeppelin.
how's it going?
What's up, my dude? Where are you calling in from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
At ATL. What's life like in the is it the Peach State or State of Peach? What do you guys say?
We are the Peach State.
The Peach State. Are you
so
a peach individual, or you don't like to acquiesce peaches?
No, I love peaches, but they probably sit on number 4 or 5 in my tier of fruits.
Why? I mean, that's kind of low. Well, what beats a native peach?
There's lots of stuff. Like I'm a real big raspberry boy.
Okay.
On top of that, I enjoy me a good pear. Mandarin oranges, not bad. But outside of that, you know, peaches. We're from Georgia. I got to give it to the peach. They're not bad. Locally grown peaches, you can find them all over the side of the road. Those are good.
Do you how often do you indulge in a solid peach?
You know, I honestly couldn't even tell you when they're in season around here. I know, bad, but I probably eat a peach once every few months.
I mean, do you ever consider that I'm just speaking objectively, that could be considered highly inflammatory towards your home state?
Possibly, but I eat way more boiled peanuts than I do peaches, and we're also known for our peanuts.
Boiled peanuts?
Yes.
So you're taking you take planters and then you boil them?
I don't do it myself. They usually little shops along the side of the road that you can usually find them at. A lot of gas stations actually have traveling peanut, boiled peanut salesmen that just come and chill in the parking lot and sell their peanuts.
Where do they give you the peanuts in?
They're usually in a big styrofoam cup or something.
Are they wet?
About as wet as something that was steamed or boiled for a little while would be. They're not soaking wet, but they are not dry peanuts.
When you crack it open, is there a little gust coming out of them?
Some of them, yeah, and those are the good ones, especially if you get the Cajun flavor. Heck yeah, dude.
I'm not sure I entirely... You got to dig a little deeper here. Boiled peanuts. So this is... How do they flavor a boiled peanut?
I am ignorant to the process, but if I had to guess, they probably just put a bunch of salt in the water or spices or whatever they need and then boil it along with the peanuts for a certain amount of time.
Well, let me ask you this. So I've been to a few ball games in my time, and, that's not my number one thing, but, you go to a ball game, you get a satchel or a little bag of peanuts. Those are not boiled, correct?
Those are not the same. Yeah, those are usually roasted. They're salted or dried or what have you.
Okay. So you're telling me they take the exact same, I guess, the form of the nut peanut that you would get at a baseball game, and then they boil them.
They are put in hot water and then they are just cooked.
Have you ever seen this process? Had a family member, friend go through that process, or is it just limited mythology?
Well, this is where it gets a little interesting because, like, I used to work at a gas station, and in the gas stations around here, a lot of them actually sell these boiled peanuts that I talk about in these, like, heated pots, but they come kind of like like all the stuff is already in the big can, and then you just dump the big can of boiled peanuts into this big metal pot that you put into hot water. Heats up the pot, and then
As much as this goes out, as much as I want to discredit and think you're memeing me, you have too much detail and too much sincerity in your voice for me to believe that this is not actually a real thing, but it actually is a real thing.
I'm being genuine. You could go to probably whatever grocery stores around you and find some canned boiled peanuts that you just are ready to eat.
I mean, I go to the grocery store, I see like Planters, and they're canned and they're shelled. But I would imagine it's not necessarily sanitary to have boiled peanuts in an airtight container. Wouldn't they ferment some sort of, whatever?
Sweet peanut alcohol? I don't know.
I'd say like mold.
Coming from there, but it's kind of like a can of green beans or something. You know how they have that that water in them or whatever?
Yeah.
Similar to that.
And these are tasty.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Sometimes entertainment comes in the form of education. So I consider myself now educated in a new peanut cooking technique.
Heck yeah.
I don't know how we got off on this diatribe. Oh, we were talking about you prefer boiled peanuts to peaches.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, hold on. We got action here. Give me one sec. So, hold on. I'm getting nervous here. Hang on. So you spouted off a lot of fruits that are not peaches, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm a little nervous here.
Man, chat is super divisive over these peanuts.
Well, here's the thing. No one's ever heard of it. I would say no one. The majority of people have never. I just didn't think, like, what does it do to the flavor?
I don't know. Like, the peanut itself retains most of the natural peanut flavor that you are probably accustomed to, but it adds this saltiness and like a savoriness. And also it changes the texture of the peanut in such a way that makes it much nutty. It's hard to describe.
Is it like more mushy?
Yes, it's definitely more of like a soft. Supposed to like eat the shells or whatever, but generally speaking, I'll take the whole shell, pop it in my mouth, and then
wait. You said you're supposed to eat the whole shell?
No, you don't eat the whole shell, but I put the whole shell in my mouth to extract the peanut, and then I swallow the peanut, spit out the shell.
Dude, we got someone. We got a live one. Hang on.
Dude.
Yo, did you see him?
No. It's a little delayed, obviously.
Hold on, I kind of want to hide here.
Just Rochambeau. Go get him.
Oh, he could be alty looking me here, can he?
Oh, yeah. Third person sneaky beaky.
Just, you said some people eat the shell?
Apparently, like, some people in chat are claiming they do, but I think they're memeing.
Okay. So on a weekly occasion?
Boiled peanuts. Okay, I live, like, right next to a gas station that sells them, so I get them, and then I probably should.
So how often? Like,
at least once a week, a boiled peanut into my mouth.
At least once a week? How much are these said boiled peanuts?
They're not that expensive. Ooh, get them. Okay, the delay. Yeah. Okay, but no, about, you can get like 32 ounces.
yourself. Okay. All right. Now I'm back on this peanuts. Oh, so 32 ounces.
Yeah, roughly thereabouts.
If someone were to who's never had suppied peanuts before, where's the single best place to get them?
Nice. Ooh. I don't have a single best place, just because, like I said, there's so many like ramshackle do-it-yourselfers that go on the side of the road and open up a shack and then start selling them. But you can't really go wrong. I mean, they're pretty across the board. I don't know if it's different from state to state, because I mean, we are pretty good in the peanut department down here, like I said.
Okay.
Jimmy Carter actually used to have a peanut farm down here.
Okay, I see you flexing on the presidents. Okay, cool. So I think we all learned something today about peanuts. I'm not sure how we ended up on that topic, but I'll tell you what. Originally, I don't want to say originally, but okay. There's a small branch of Gheesling lineage that's originated in Georgia. So I'll have to ask some of my family members if they've ever had them, and then that'll be kind of the true test if they're actually the real thing or not. Oh, Dan, you could just Google it.
If they sell me out, I'm gonna be super bummed out, because this is like the most Georgian thing ever.
Yo, if I wasn't in the heat of battle right now, oh, I just saw someone. I would consider calling my aunt or uncle. Let me do this right now. Let's just. We're gonna put you on the spot here, because I believe you, but I have an uncle that goes down there often to see family. Let me put him on blast here for a second.
Oh gosh, yes, I'm so excited.
I don't know how he's gonna feel about being on a live stream. He's probably gonna answer with a nickname for me. Can you guys hear it?
Yes, I can hear that.
Okay, I should maybe. It may be a good thing that he doesn't answer. Okay, I don't. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go off your word. Anyways, so you decided to be a trailblazer, come on the show. Did you have a question, topic you want to discuss, advice,
Let's see. It's Friday night. Later this evening.
Wait, Friday night. Where are you at right now?
Oh, you know what? It's Friday afternoon. My bad. I'm on the East Coast.
As am I. I mean, EST. You're starting to punch holes in your believability right now.
No.
What do you mean? No, you said it's night. It's like 2 o'clock.
I'm sorry. How I meant to parse that was later this evening on this Friday.
Wait, real quick. When you said parse, are you studying computer programming?
Yes.
Okay. I never would have guessed that. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But no, later this Friday, so this evening, I'm going to the movies, and we're kind of at a toss-up. We're between seeing It or Blade Runner 2049, and I wanted to see if what direction the gold chain pulls you in.
So that's a tough one, right? Because I don't know if you ever seen those movies. Oh, we got a guy. I don't know if you ever seen those movies where like the polarity is like 49%, 49%. Mm-hmm. That guy saw me. Hold on. So here's the thing. My initial gut reaction would say Blade Runner, but I've never seen the original. So I know some people are like, damn, that's sacrilege. How could you not see Blade Runner? Well, because we just picked up the Yeezys, number one. Number two, so I would see that, but I'm highly acquiescent to go see it. I would probably go see it. Well, it depends. Let me ask you this. What's the makeup of the people going? Like,
it's going to be me and my wife.
Oh, okay. Watch, this dude thinks he... Watch, he thinks he doesn't see me. I see him. Hold on. Sit yourself, Bilbo!
Ooh.
Does your wife enjoy... horror movies?
So, I mean, we've seen both horror films and both science fiction. So it's kind of like
Pan me?
like
No, keep going, keep going.
but that's why he's like, or that's why they're like, there's this toss up. Like we don't know exactly which one we want to do because both of them are very, very like I've seen the first It, or not the first It, but the one that was popular back in the day, I guess. I don't know if it was the first one actually.
Okay.
One of those, but I've seen the old one that everyone talks about. I've seen the original Blade Runner, and it's like they're both up my alley, and I just don't know which one I want to go do.
I mean, is your wife sci-fi? Does she like sci-fi stuff?
I think they're more of like a realistic type person. I don't know, because like I really enjoy Star Wars and stuff to that nature, and
Let's go.
And they kind of like keep it more real. So
I mean, but I guess that's kind of a tough question because both are not real. Man, this is a tough way to die in this one. I don't know, man. I mean, if you're asking my gut reaction, I'd probably say I would see It first. When do you have to make a decision by?
Yeah, that's probably by like 5 Eastern Standard Time. So
Okay. What time is it? What show are you gonna go to?
like 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're going super late. You gotta go see It. I would just make sure. Like, can you do this though? Like,
yes,
your wife's not watching right now, right?
Air may not be.
Okay. So here's what I would do. I would do one of two things. I would probably do this. I would bring a red balloon. And I mean, you're not gonna have helium, so that's fine. And then here's what you do. You go get your tickets. You go sit down, right? Then, because I've never seen the movie, I just know that's part of the movie, whatever, right? So I would go sit down, get to the movies early, go sit down and say, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. During that time, blow up the balloon, go out to your car, and like either put it on the passenger seat or pinch it in the passenger side door handle. And then you got a memorable moment for the rest of your life.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
But I will say, man, I think you've opened the eyes to an audience about a new type of cuisine.
Yeah, don't doubt the peanuts. Don't doubt the peanuts.
Do they sell peanuts in at the cinema?
I don't think they do around here actually. That might be something I need to look into when I go tonight.
All right.
It's been about a week.
Let me ask this. Are you the type of individual, and there's no right, wrong, or judgment or indifference, are you the type of individual that when you know you're going to the movies, you may swing by the old 5 and dime store, pick up your favorite candy and or beverage?
100%.
Okay. When you do that, what do you select?
Going to the movies, it's hard because you like to have a candy that you can identify in the dark what flavor it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it this way. If you get, like, some Sour Patch Kids, I don't know about you, but red and orange, to me, look very, very similar when they're coated in that sour kind of sugary stuff. So you hold it up to the movie, like, screen to kind of, like, let it shine through the candy so you can know what flavor you're in for. And it's hard to tell. So, I like I said, I always like to try to go for something that's clear, like what flavor I'm in for. So Sour Patch Kids, you can't really do like Skittles.
Come on, is this blue still moving? Oh. Come on, we could do it.
Swim for it.
Come on. He's done it. We've done it. Oh, okay. Keep going.
Spoilers. Okay,
well, I've never, look at that. Did you see our health?
That is a hair.
That wasn't a hair. That was a DNA follicle from hair. So you're gonna load up on some Skittles, you said?
Clear.
Why is it still moving? Oh, rip.
Oh, you did.
We had our moment. Oh, well, my dude. Can we get some boiled peanuts in chat?
Yeah, give me all the boiled peanuts, chat. I need those.
Will you follow up with us and let us know what movie you select?
Yeah,
all right.
I'll do that.
All right, my dude. Thank you so much for coming on the show and opening our eyes to boiled peanuts. Here's what I would kindly acquiesced you. I'm not sure how familiar you are with our social media presence or what we put out there, but there is such a thing called dangheesling.com/movies, where I rate movies on a 10-point scale. I would like for you, when you're done, do you have a Twitter account?
Yes, I do.
When you're done with your movie tonight, regardless of if you choose which one, will you tweet me your 0 to 10 on it or Blade Runner?
Are decimal points allowed?
No decimals. We keep it clean here.
I got it, yeah. I'll do that.
All right, my dude. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate you. Have a good day.
You too. Later, buddy. We were so close. Honestly, we pull out that one. Yeezy, Yeezy, Yeezy. Yeezy. Guaranteed Yeezys. Guaranteed. What is that? Brickles, thank you so much for supporting the show with your Amazon Prime subscription, donning the gold chain, the red shirt for the very first time. B. Rickles, a long-lost descendant of Don Rickles, the famous comedian. We're so happy to have your comedic presence in the chat, my dude. Lovely Momo, appreciate the host, Reno. I am King Meme for School. Appreciate the host. And Swayze with the $5 donation. Thanks, my dude. Boiled peanuts from Zeph. I never would have guessed it. I'm a little like, I feel like, I don't know. Do you guys think it's a real thing? Stone Panda 1313. Appreciate the support. 2 months in a row dedicating your Amazon Prime subscription to the channel. The gold 2 months in a row. Stone Panda. The individual in which the entire movie Kung Fu Panda was animated against. Congratulations. A lot of people are saying boiled peanuts are real. All right. Okay, multiple boiled peanuts confirmation. All right. Let's see how Shannon's doing in the lobby.
Hello?
Shannon, what's going on? Hold on. Someone's calling me. What? Someone's calling my phone for Phone In Friday, Shannon? That's not supposed to be happening.
Is it your uncle to confirm or deny the peanut?
It's not, but I like that you're dialed in.
I wish.
What do you using the Shannon non-biased scale of 0 to 10? What do you rate the last call?
I thought it was about on the same level as the other one. We learned about something, got emos and then boiled peanuts.
Okay.
So I'd say about 7.
Okay. So they're identical
Identical.
in your ratings.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You keeping things under control in the lobby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No one's getting unruly, right?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you. Who do we got next on the line?
Next is Mitch Moat.
Mitch Mode. Okay, real quick, just a heads up. Let's go, Hospi. If you're new,
what was the nickname your uncle was gonna say?
hold on 1 second. If you're new to the show, we're doing a little phone in Friday today. Exclamation point phone in chat. It'll give you a link to our Discord. Join the Discord, and then on the left-hand side, there's a room that says call waiting or phone in.
Phone in.
It says phone in. You jump in the phone in. Shannon will acquiesce you in the lobby, and then Shannon will then gatekeep those onto the show. So welcome. And who do we have on the line, Shannon?
Mitch Moat.
Mitch. All right, Shannon. Let's dial up Mitch.
All right.
Yo, where did Hospi go? Oh, where's Hospi? Oh, we're right on top of it.
Yo, Dan, what's up?
Mitch, what's good, my dude? Where are you calling from?
Seattle, Washington, UW, baby.
Seattle, Washington, the UW. Don't tell me Huskies.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Future champions.
What'd you
This
say?
year. It's our year.
I mean, I don't want to put you on blast, but it's always supposed to be your year. And then something happens where it's, it
Whatever,
happens.
You gotta believe.
What's going on, man? What's life like in the Pacific Northwest? Is it similar to the map that I'm on right now?
Yeah, actually, it is raining a bunch. It's rained like 5 inches in the past 3 days.
Are you used to that, or is that you never get used to that?
Oh no, I love it. But I was born here, so.
What do you love about the rain?
I'm a big fan. Huh?
What do you love about the rain?
I don't know. It, like, first off, it gives me an excuse to sit inside and watch my boy Dan G
Hey,
win some PUBG.
hey, that's always a great idea, whether or not it's raining or not. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else draws you to said rain?
I don't know, man. It's just like everyone seems a little bit more low key when it's raining. It's not. People don't seem as in a hurry to get places.
Like in like a frantic pace, or let me ask you this, a follow-up question. Do you find yourself, or are you working in a place in which you encounter a lot of individuals?
I mean, right now I'm a student.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, like on campus, there's always a bunch of people, you know.
Okay, so when it's raining, people are just like whatever.
People are just, yeah.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you.
People are just less, you know, less in a hurry to get things done, I guess.
What are you studying at UW, my dude?
Physics, astrophysics, man.
Excuse me?
Yeah, dude.
Was that like, is your only like sound? I know this may sound ignorant, but does that give you two career paths, NASA and Elon Musk?
Yeah, pretty much. That's those are the two big ones.
Are there any other avenues of? Oh! Sit yourself, dude. I'm telling you. Have you played Fortnite?
Let's go.
Have you played Fortnite or no?
No, I haven't. I need to though.
Dude, it's bleeding into this game. Like I think in this game it's bad to jump, but I can't help it. All right. Anyways, so what do you? So when you get your astrophysics degree,
yeah.
Then what?
So then actually, like, people like physics majors more than they like engineering majors for a lot of engineering jobs because physics majors are harder. Suck at engineering.
What do you mean they're harder?
There's a lot more classes that are a lot more strenuous and like harder. Just overall, like more people drop out of physics than they do in like engineering or almost any other major.
So it's a more taxing endeavor to become an astrophysicist than an engineer.
Yeah.
And we're not putting the engineers on blast. So we're just saying, hey, look.
I mean, I am a little bit, but not that much. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then you graduate, and then what do you do?
And then Elon Musk personally invites me to work for him. But no, I mean, you kind of have to start early. Like I've already been at a NASA internship, and you know. Also, hold on, before we go any farther, Dan, I got a bone to pick with you, man.
No, we're not picking.
My name wrong.
Is your name Mitch?
No, my name's Yttrium, not Ytterium.
Wait.
It's the most wavy element that there is.
Yttrium. I said. Okay, I got you. I just saw your name in chat. I'm like, I threw an extra A in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all good, man.
Well, before the bone picking, real quick, you've been an intern at NASA?
Yeah, it's actually not that hard.
Okay, I'm sure. Tell that to the 20,000 kids that got denied their internship, and then
no, like I mean,
watch the haters pile up.
Woody Allen once said 90% of anything is just showing up. So, I mean, if you apply and you're good at talking and like communicating with people, it's not too bad.
So let me ask this: so when you were an intern at NASA, did you make like freeze-dried ice cream, or what did you do?
No, basically, it was actually pretty boring. It was a lot of data analysis, basically just taking in the Hubble. So some of the Hubble readings we sifted through because, and some of the other telescopes, because a lot of telescopes nowadays, they don't actually like take a picture of the sky, They'll take readings of like brighter and less bright areas of the sky, and from that you have to determine what's a star and what's like.
Is that because it would be too much data or too much storage required for thousands of pictures a day?
No, it's just because they're too far away. Like nothing, we can't take a real image of something that's, you know, light years away.
Why not?
So, like the technology doesn't exist. The light is so faint that you can't take pictures of stuff that far away. Like even, like you can take pictures of stuff in the general.
Sit yourself!
Oh,
Sorry. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
about to get another spicy delay. Ooh. But yeah, someone's saying I'm definitely watch Rick and Morty. Yeah, that's where I got all of my intellect. Rick and Morty.
Dude, I don't know who I am, but I'm just saying who you are. Why don't you invent that?
Why don't I invent that?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the goal, right? Is to invent something that nobody else has. It's an exciting time right now, man. We just discovered, we just had the first gravitational wave and electromagnetic wave event.
What does that mean?
So basically, before gravitational waves and LIGO, which is like this telescope type of thing, the only way that we could see stuff was through like light and electromagnetic spectrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so now we have gravitational waves, which is like another way of doing stuff.
Dude, wait, real quick. Why can't I pick up these firsties? What's up with that?
It's because the game knows that you're good enough that you don't need them, Dan.
No, we need. Okay, so. Hold on, we're okay. Just let me. I'm a little turnt right now. So, okay, so we're good. We got ammos. We got that.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
Kuma in chat knows what's up. Neutron stars colliding.
Wait.
Yeah.
So why don't we have anything that can take those pictures?
I mean, it's just like too far away. Like you can, and some of the stuff just can't, like, doesn't really give off any light. Oh, is my mic bad?
So how, like, the Hubble telescope, how far can it see?
It can see really far, actually.
How many football fields?
Probably like billions and billions of football fields.
Okay.
If I had to acquiesce an answer.
So it was your job to just look at the data from the Hubble telescope.
No, I also like did a little bit. I did some other stuff. I did some aeronautics stuff.
Well, real
Like
quick,
we,
did you get any alien messages from the Hubble telescope?
Nah, unfortunately not. The aliens didn't send me anything.
Let me ask this: how close? Like, did you work in Houston or where did you work in?
Where was the internship?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was down in Houston.
That's where the headquarters is, right?
It's one of their offices.
Okay. Is it Cape Canaveral? Cape Canaveral?
Canaveral.
Yeah, is that their?
All the launches happen.
Ah.
Houston is like mission control.
So let me ask this: in Houston, was there any rooms that you didn't have access to?
Did I what?
Did not have clearance to?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of stuff there that like they're like, hey, you can't go here, you can't go here, you can't go here.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. They were probably like trying to hide whatever was in it. Like, NASA works on a lot of our space technology, and so they probably didn't want me getting the newest and greatest, space Yeezys.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that NASA, and this is not conspiracy, this is just like real science. Oh, these are looted. Do you think NASA has information from aliens? Like some sort of...
Do you think that NASA has been contacted by aliens?
No, do you think there's been any sort of like communication or anything that they've picked up on or something, some kind of not misnomer, but whatever that word is? Like
anomaly?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I don't know, man. I mean...
Well, you been there. Didn't you snoop around and see if you could, like, Craig...
I mean, I didn't snoop around too much, but from what I saw, it'd be really hard to sweep it under the rug if we got alien contact, like, right now. It'd be pretty tough to just...
I'm not saying sweep it under the rug, but maybe the rug just is confined to a single room.
Oh, all right. I see.
Why do you say it would be hard to sweep it under the rug?
Well, because a lot of the people who work for NASA are not necessarily like working for the government. They're scientists.
Like contractors?
Kind of. It's like contracting for science.
Okay.
A lot of these people aren't necessarily like consider themselves federal employees. They consider themselves scientists. And so I think if one of them like got an actual like alien reading of like an alien like life form or something, they would definitely have to tell someone. Yeah, it's too big of a thing to just keep under wraps. For sure.
Have you ever seen like, I mean, I don't want to call them credible news sources, but on maybe popular.
The fake news.
No, but like, you ever see where it's like a flash of light and you slow it to like half a frame a second or whatever? Like,
oh, and it's like a person or like an alien or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a UFO. Yeah, most of those seem pretty fake. Yeah.
Sit yourself. Okay, so you think, in the event that there was some located, you think that it would be widespread knowledge?
Whoa! What a shot.
Oh, thanks, my dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So, was the I mean, I guess this puts you on blast, but was the NASA internship, was it worthwhile for you?
I don't know, man. We'll have to see.
No. I mean, for you, not in your future, but for you to spend what, a summer there?
Yeah, for me personally.
Yeah. Did you like? Was it enjoyable? You're like, that was kind of a waste of time.
I mean, it wasn't a waste of time, but it definitely wasn't as fun as like some other things I could have done, you know, in the summer.
Like what? What would you have preferred to do?
I would have. I mean, it would have been obviously like much more fun to like travel the world or do something else. But I mean, it's definitely also really fun getting to be like do real science that actually affects the humankind as a whole.
What do you mean by real science?
Well, you know, when you're in school, you do a lot of fake science, where it's like
Fake science.
well, here, like it's. All your experiments have been done before and proven before, and you're not discovering anything.
But how do you know you're not going to?
I mean, if you can discover something based on the like lab experiments that you do in college,
Yeah, with the test
at least
tubes.
the undergrad ones, you deserve a Nobel Prize, honestly.
Okay, why? Because you're saying it's just been like Prentice Hall and Random House have recreated the textbook. Experiments like 8 billion times.
Yeah, no, I mean the experiments that you do have been mostly perfected to the point where like you're not going to get any new information.
Okay.
Especially not with the equipment that you're using.
Okay. So, for you, since you're going on the down the path of astrophysicist,
Yep.
what would be like the crowning achievement in your career and be like, hey, look, if this happened, like, oh, let's go?
Well, so in science and in physics specifically, I want to be a theoretical physicist. So there's two types. There's theoretical and experimental. The theoretical are the people who make this stuff up, and then the experimental guys are the people who actually have to test it. Oh, he's dancing.
Sit yourself! I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. So what's the deal?
So I want to be a theoretical physicist, and basically in physics, got him. Basically, what you do in theoretical physicists, the biggest thing that you could ever find is called the theory of everything.
The theory of everything. It sounds like, I think that's something that Ryan Letourneau's already figured out.
Oh yeah, no. I think Ryan's probably the closest out of the NLSS crew to ever figuring it out.
No, real talk, he's like extremely intelligent.
Yeah, no, he seems like a really intelligent guy, even when he's talking about, you know, like sandwich deli meats.
Well, he's like one of those people that are like dangerously smart, right? So he's lucky for all of us. He's chosen to go down a route in which he's using his vast knowledge for
memes on the internet.
Yeah, I would say for Why can't I pick up any of these bullets? I would say drop 2 of these bad boys. For the entertainment of others, right? Other people take that same knowledge and maybe do some less than savory stuff with it, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I know a couple of my friends in like chemistry majors who are just gonna go into pharmaceuticals and probably just make the next like terrible drug for you that's gonna hook everyone.
Yo,
but anyway, yeah.
Hold on real quick. Do you play PUBG?
I have played before.
Someone told me if you right click, then it picks up just enough, like the amount of ammo you can pick up if you're overloaded, but it's not working.
I have no idea because I was pretty trash.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, all right, go ahead. So what's your crowning achievement? In theory. Oh God, we have so far to go.
So yeah, you gotta go, man. So the theory of everything, basically we have a lot of different theories which work pretty well for different like areas.
Oh
so,
no! Yeah. We left our Scarby.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I see that.
How could you?
I just saw a dude.
So yeah, so we have.
Sit yourself, dude. Normally, like when I do the phone in Fridays, like I'll get a kill, so the conversation flows a little bit.
Off. I respect that.
Okay, so sorry.
Ice in your veins.
Dude. We left our Scarby though.
New level.
Where's our Scarby? There it is. Okay.
He is on a new level.
Okay, so sorry. Crowning achievement for an astrophysicist.
Yeah, so we have theories that work very well for different things. Like we have theories that work very well on the small scale, we have theories that work very well on the large scale, and we have theories that work pretty well for both. So like general relativity and special relativity, quantum mechanics is the best one.
What's the theory of everything?
So the theory of everything is the one that would theoretically like bring it all together.
I don't understand.
Okay, because like general relativity and quantum mechanics aren't like
bruh. You're talking to like you're speaking to me like I'm the head of NASA. I need you to speak to me like I'm the head of NASA's second grader.
Okay, so you have something like an idea, like a set of rules, and those rules work in like a very specific set of circumstances.
That's the current rules we abide by.
Yeah, and so then you have, so we have 2 sets of rules right now.
Well, now you're confusing me because now I'm a second grader, and like you're telling me, well, there's one set of rules, but if you eat chicken for dinner, then all the rules change. Is that kind of what you're saying?
A little bit. It's like we have one set of rules that works, and we have another set of rules that also work, but they don't rely on each other to work, if that makes sense. It's like if you're playing basketball and football, we're trying to find the sport that combines the two.
But how do you know such a sport exists?
Because both basketball and football aren't complete. There's still something missing from both of them.
Some may argue that basketball or football is a complete sport.
Yeah, okay, but quantum mechanics is not basketball.
Well, then tell me something quantum mechanics is.
It's probability. Nothing in quantum mechanics.
Second graders don't understand probability, at least where I'm from.
Yes, they do. Same thing. You roll a dice. What's the odds that you get a 6? 1 in 6, right?
Okay.
Quantum mechanics works the same way.
What's the odds that I roll 1,755,000,000?
Yeah, it's like what are the odds that this electron goes left instead of right?
What are the odds?
Well, I mean, yeah, you have to do some quantum mechanical modeling that takes a very long time.
Why does it take?
On the electron.
With like a 9-core processor, why would it take so long anymore?
I mean, it doesn't really take long to do the computation. It just takes a little bit long to figure out what you're computing or doing.
Well, haven't people been working on this for decades?
Yeah.
So what are they waiting for?
The scope of the problem, Dan.
They're trying to figure out how everything works.
Pretty much, and we have a lot of theories that work pretty well.
But not the true everything.
not the true everything, which is, I think there's actually like a movie with Stephen Hawking where they talk about the theory of everything a little bit.
And it's called The King in the North?
Yes, I believe John Stark actually discovered the theory of everything right before he fought the White Walkers.
Okay, so you're saying if you can be the guy or scientist that figures out the theory of everything, which you believe exists?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, we know that it exists because all of our mathematical models point to something existing that we just can't do yet.
That we can't do or that we can't discover?
Jon Snow. I'm sorry, chat. Jesus. We don't know it yet, and we're working on it. So, I mean, if I do ever find it, it's not going to be like just me.
Well, if you know it exists, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we find it?
Well, because it exists in like, oh Jesus, Dan. So there's this idea.
What do you mean? I'm trying to learn. You can't blame a second grader for asking questions.
I'm saying like that. I'm saying so. There's this idea. I just don't know how to explain this. This is gonna be rough. So there's this idea of dark energy and dark matter.
Like that's like black hole stuff, right?
Kind of, yeah, but it's more like we know that there's something out there that exerts a gravitational influence on things like light.
That sucks it in. I've heard of that.
Yeah, or that changes it. So, according to relativity, light bends in gravity.
It bends in gravity.
In gravitational fields. So, like, if there's, and you can see it actually in like solar eclipses and stuff. Light behind the sun will bend around the sun.
Light behind the sun. Sit yourself! Will bend around the sun.
Yeah, but there's also stuff.
Get that trash out of you! You want to talk about bending sun? How about we talk about bending that guy's helmet? Sorry, alright, go ahead.
No, so there's this idea of like dark matter and dark energy, and it's stuff that because it doesn't give out, it like doesn't give out any electromagnetic waves or anything, we can't see it.
Okay.
And so we don't know how to interact with it. We don't know how to see it, but we know that it's there because otherwise all the models that we have and like a lot of physical phenomena that we see wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. Hey, hang on one sec. I gotta put you on mute for a second, but I'll be right back because we're gonna win this one. Hey, give me 1 sec.
You're about to win this one.
All right. That's the only caveat for Phone In Friday. When we gotta dial in, we have to inverse dial. There's still a lot of people left here. We got him on. He's still on the line. We didn't hang up on him. Ethereum is still there. He's not going anywhere. I like that we have the high ground here, my dudes. Get the 4B off of there. This is our close range. I don't think anyone's going to be down there. I think we would have seen him by now. So we're gonna take a probability analysis that is not, there's no one down there. So that infers that everyone else is this direction. Let's go. Yeah, no, and like I don't mind I could be mind flooded with PUBG information. But he's talking about chlorophyll and borophyll, which I want to get to the bottom of. But certain brains are divided in a way. Which way do we have to go? This way. Oh, that's trouble. Certain brains are divided in a way. There's 2 of them that don't allow that sort of activity to happen. So we're going this way, down to the valley of the shadow of death. So we could technically, if we get situated, we could snipe from up here. But we don't have suppies, so we got to be careful. You know there's a dude in that hut. Oh, we got to go. It's a dangerous position to be in here. $11 left? Look, I mean... I like our chances. Dan, are you gonna push anyone? We just wanna locate using our probability where everyone currently is. Just make sure no one's up there. I don't like being stagnant. Like boiled peanuts. I prefer no stagnicity. I could see someone rolling up on us from back here though. But they're not going to be able to make that jump. I think we're in a great spot, to be honest. Like, we have the vantage point. This is our chicken to lose. That's closer than I'd like to acquiesce. It's rainy. It's poury. I don't think anyone, this is the only way someone can get us. I'm hedging our bets that no one's going to run up there. We have the high ground. Couple shots that way. Couple shots this way. I don't think there's a high acquiescence for us to get involved there. Like, oh, Dan, you're low T. No, man. Don't you? I like winning. What, you don't like winning? I like winning. Get down, you fool. We did just give away our T. I feel like mistakes were made there. I think he's going to try and take some high ground here. We know there's a couple dudes down to our right. Am I concerned? Not necessarily. But he's flanking for sure. He knows we're over here. This does not feel like a... I mean, we got Cirque, right? You see me? I mean... Where's my freaking grenades? Coward. Get down, get down. G-Hill, calm down. Heart pumping. I don't care we're in the blue. Reload. Give us our one piece. We're going down. If we're going down, we're going down with Scarby. I mean... Did we get blued? 6 kills? I mean, what did we do there? We got hurt when we missed with that SKS. 100%. We're fighting the good fight, though, man. We're getting close. But I'm telling you, my heart, I don't know how much my heart can take. A little parched. we'll take a 6-kill game. Crosmos5, thanks so much for supporting the show with your Amazon Prime account. This dude's not bad though. Crosmos 100% a champion of the astrophysicist ability. Matt Roxy, thanks so much for using your Amazon Prime account to support the show. Matt Rock 100% invented granite. Thunder Kent Quali, thanks for the 11 months of continued gold chain red shirt life. And Scotty 119 with the bits. Let's go ahead and finish up this call. Man. Mitch, what's good, dude?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? So for you, I just want to reacquiesce. So for you, the crowning achievement is the theory of everything.
That's what any physicist who's a real physicist, that's the crowning achievement.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So how far away
sure.
from you? How far away are you from discovering that?
Very far away, considering we have pretty much everyone at the top level of theoretical physics is looking for it. And I'm still in university, so we'll see.
But you know, don't let that hold you back. You know, player unknown developed this game when he just finished grade school.
Yeah,
all right,
sure.
So you wanted to come on the show today to bring up a topic, Q&A, or ask for advice. What can I help you with, my dude?
Yeah, I did. All right. So I have a friend who's like, I guess my question for you, Dan, is how do you know when someone is into you or attracted to you?
So you're talking about dating advice.
Yeah.
Okay. This question then.
No, chat. I'm talking about me. I have a friend, unlike you guys.
No, whoa, Mitch.
I'm just kidding.
No. You can't come on the show and insult the audience. Okay, you're all sitting in the white marble chat room. We can't have any sort of disconnect, any sort of conflict. You understand, my dude? Because here's the thing: you put yourself out there. You're a trailblazer. I just need to, but on behalf of.
I'm sorry, Chad.
No. On behalf of the white marble chat room, I do have to ask: is your friend a friend, or is this friend, Mitch?
No, it is me.
Okay.
I guess I didn't word that right. I'm saying, like, I have a friend who I think is into me, and I don't know what I should do about it.
Well, there's two forks in the road, right? So one fork we're going to digress, the other we're going to acquiesce. So number one, it starts with, have you asked this person out for a beverage, a lunch, dinner, a date of any kind?
No, not on like a date, but it's because she just got out of a really long relationship, and I don't know if she wants that.
Okay, it's understandable. So you're going down the other road, which is a little bit more difficult to understand, because the easiest way to arrive at your theoretical theory of everything is to just flat out ask the person out, and then you get a binary answer, right? Yes or no.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
It's getting. Let me ask you this: how long ago did your said friend break up with their significant other?
It's been like a week.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, she keeps initiating a lot of stuff with me, so I'm not sure. I need help from the great Dan G, the master of social engineering, to tell me what this all means.
So here's what you need to, and there's no judgment. You need to make a decision, right? There's a thing in the world. Dennis Rodman, a basketball player, was an exceptional individual at it. So was Ben Wallace.
Chad, shut up. I know it's the rebound.
It's called the rebound, right? So if you've liked this person for a very long time.
No, not really.
So then, and this is there's no moral judgment here. White marble chat room community. I would bet to a degree of certainty blue Yeezys on it. That's probably what you're involved in at the current juncture. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. Doesn't mean it can't evolve from rebound to non-rebound status. But if you were a betting man, or you're breaking down theories, I would say this is as darn near
Yeah.
plannable as the theory of relativity.
I figured. It's just, it was kind of weird because, like, she started, like, you know, initiating a lot of stuff before she even broke up with her boyfriend, and then she broke up with her boyfriend.
So now, I mean, and this is no judgment, once again. I just feel like I have to preface that. But the other thing you need to acquiesce is, however individuals act, Yeezys. And this is just general advice. You take it for what it's worth. However individuals act when they're in a relationship without you is probably the same way they're going to interact in a relationship with you. So in the event that if you're projecting a relationship and this individual may have shown interest in you, although she may have been committed to the House Targaryen at the same time, you may acquiesce that it would be highly probable in the world of astrophysics that same scenario could also acquiesce to you. There's definitely a much higher probability of that. Let's go Wolfsbane than if she waited until she broke up. You feel me, my dude?
For sure.
So I'm not sure I really answer your question, but I think we've broken down the probability of the scenario being a rebound. And
exactly.
If you're prepared to enter in such an acquiescence, then I would, as a friend of the show, I would advise you to enter said situation with maybe a layer of level 3 armor around your persona, because there's some shrapnel coming down the road.
For sure. All right, one last question, Dan. It's a quick one.
Yeah.
So if Ryan and Kanye got into a fight, first off, who do you think would win?
Okay.
And second off, who would you root for? And I guess thirdly, would you get involved?
Okay. So if that were to happen, here's what would happen. I cannot fathom a earthly situation in which Ryan Gary Letourneau would ever throw a punch. So what I could see happening, if this scenario were to happen, was that he would just cover up and just kind of take it. And that's not a it's not a digression against Ryan. It's actually a statement of admiration, right? I can't see him ever throwing a punch for any reason.
He watches too much Rick and Morty. He's an intellectual.
Yeah, I just feel like he would try to do something to deteriorate or extinguish the situation. But in the event that it would happen, you know how big of a fan of Kanye I am. I would step in. I wouldn't throw any punch, but I would just step in to kind of protect Ryan because I know he wouldn't throw.
Okay.
Is that a satisfactory answer? I mean, I try to be as accurate as possible.
Yeah, for sure. But who would you root for, though, like in that fight?
Well, I don't think it's hard. I don't think anyone could root for someone in a situation in which they're knowingly getting pummeled, right? So if it was like they both agreed to duke it out, which wouldn't happen, I can't really comment on that. So
gentleman's agreement.
I couldn't root for Kanye if Ryan was like literally just like, dude, I'm not gonna fight you. You know, you just can't do that.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. Well, this has been awesome, Dan. Thank you so much.
Well, Mitch, thanks for coming on, man. Good luck finding and discovering the theory of everything. I have a feeling you will.
All right. Thanks, man. Bye.
Later, my dude. That was the interesting scenario, man. I'm telling you what, the white marble chat room never fail. I mean, I don't want to put the hex on anything, but every individual that's trailblazed and decided to put themselves out here and be on the show have all been top notch. Like, they're all like, I can't think of a scenario I'm like, oh man, like, this is not a good idea. I mean, I'm not saying that we're never going to get to that point, but I think people understand the flow of the show. Yeah, thanks for waiting too, my dude. I just it's not often that we get in a top 6 situation in PUBG. Man, I'll tell you what though, I'm parched. Like, I feel like if we can't get some sort of nourishment after this game, we're gonna have some problems. Did I already loot this? I did. But we'll see. I need a buzzer. Like, I need to buzz Shannon at the front desk. What's Shannon doing? We do have a Wolfsbane though. Well, what's a Wolfsbane? Shannon, what's going on?
Hey.
What do you? What's the status of the White Marble chat room? People getting along? Nothing too crazy going on?
Yeah, no, everyone just stays muted, so
Why do you think that is?
quiet. I don't know. Maybe people are nervous to talk to one another.
Well,
I'm not sure.
have you made any like blanket statements to everyone, even though they're muted? Can they if they're muted, can they still hear you?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have their mics dead, but they don't necessarily have like their mics off. Is that right? Their mics are muted, but their headphones are on.
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Real quick on the Shannon non-biased objective scale of 0 to 10, what do you rate the last caller? Well, not the last caller, the last conversation, because we don't want to rate callers. We want to rate the conversation.
Right. I thought that was a really good one. So I'm gonna say 8.
Okay. All right. So Shannon has doled out her first 8 of the afternoon. Shannon, who do we have waiting in the wings? Wait. Real quick. Someone in chat, V15, saying, Dan, you're using the proper terminology of acquiesce. Please stop saying acquiesce. Well, that's the beauty of acquiesce, and I think Shannon also can concur. It can be used as a noun, adverb, conjunction, and sometimes a pronoun. And if you don't know, check out Urban Dictionary. But all right, who do we got on the line here, Shannon?
Next up is Ion Cannon 32.
Ion Cannon 32. Shannon, have you ever heard of an ion cannon before?
I haven't.
Okay. Just for your own personal acquiescence, it's often a weapon you may find on a spaceship in a futuristic setting.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, because next if ion cannon like 75 comes in, you know, that way you know.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
All right.
Thanks. No, you're welcome. But it's not reluctantly. V15, man. There's acquiesce has many different definitions. We welcome you into the White Marble chat room, V15, to really understand the true meaning of acquiesce. But Ion Cannon, you there, my dude?
Hello.
What's going on? Where are you calling from, Ion?
I'm from Canada, Ontario, specifically Oshawa.
Oshawa in Ontario.
Yeah.
What region of Ontario is that in?
That's Southern Ontario.
Southern,
Yeah.
close to
So
Windsor?
like near Toronto. Toronto more.
Isn't Toronto mid-Auntie?
No, it's really south actually. You have the most south, which is like Windsor, and then you go up Lake Ontario a little bit, and then you have like Mississauga, then you have Toronto, then you have Oshawa, going a little bit more east.
But here's my question to you, because like if I drive to Toronto from Michigan, it's like literally a 4.5 hour drive. But if I go to Windsor, it's like 35-40 minutes.
Yeah, so in Canada, Canada's second largest country in the world, right? A lot of everything
I see you flexing.
really far out. I know, right? You gotta. There's not a lot of NLSS.
But here's the thing: isn't the Windsor at the southernmost tip?
Yes, it's the southernmost city in Canada.
And then Toronto is north of Windsor, correct?
Correct. Yes.
So you would still classify Toronto as being in southern Ontario?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm acquiesceable. So what's it called? Oshawa?
Oshawa, Ontario. Yeah.
What are they known for being champions of? What industry?
Oh, absolutely nothing.
No.
I don't live here. I go to school here, so.
What university is in Oshawa?
I go to Durham College.
Durham. What's your mascot? A bull?
It's like a knight, a lord, as they say.
Yo, so you're the Durham Lords?
We're the Durham Lords.
Does anyone post like pictures of Scott Disick in your community?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I wish.
What brought you to Durham University?
So one of my friends from high school, he wanted to go to UOIT, which is University of Technology Institute or something of Ontario. So I was considering on what college to go to for graphic design, and I noticed Durham College, it being on the same campus, I really like the kid that goes to UOIT, so I thought I'd move in with him.
Okay.
So I decided to go to Durham College off of that fact, kind of bandwagoning off of his decision.
So and I just want to make sure I'm 100% correct. Or not 100% correct, 100% accurate. So you made a decision to go to college based on where someone you enjoyed their company also went.
Yes.
Okay.
I did my research of the program and everything, and it was a really good program.
Okay.
And I was kind of torn between colleges, and that was kind of the push decision.
Was York University in the mix at all, or York College?
No, not really.
What about Mohawk College?
Mohawk? I've looked at all the colleges in.
What about Red Deer?
Ontario more.
Red Deer?
Red Deer? I haven't heard Red Deer.
Okay,
even though I'm Canadian.
All right. So you decided to go there for graphic design. Why did you decide to go into graphic design?
I love art.
Okay.
Art's my go-to thing. I follow a bunch of artists on Twitch, including Wolves at Your Door.
Oh, he's very talented.
100%. I love watching his streams.
So if you like artists, I got to ask you an important question. Who do you think is the single most impactful artist of our generation?
Of our generation?
Our generation.
Andy Warhol was a really big one. I feel like he gave a lot into the pop culture aspect of our generation. I mean, kind of the forefront to.
But you would consider him secondary. Who do you think is the single most impactful?
The single most. Oh man.
I mean, it's a pretty everyone knows the answer to it. But
really? Oh man, it's hard for me.
Really? No, I mean it's you ask anyone, you go to any art college, this name is always rattled off.
Of our generation.
Of the single most impactful artist of our generation. Okay. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Oh shit. See, I don't have it off the top of my head.
It's okay. Well,
can you acquiesce me some knowledge?
No, I would rather you at the end of the call
do some
Googling. Yeah, do some research and then
by art. What do you mean by art? Like traditional art, or in terms of music and
the single most impactful artist?
Okay, so artist as the most general term.
I mean, just artists. Those single individuals provided more to humanity through his or her art than any other individual in this generation.
Oh man, that's a loaded question.
Well, that's okay. You didn't come on to have your artistry integrity challenged, so I can completely respect that. But anyways, what inspired you to push towards a graphic design?
Mostly my high school teachers. I have to owe a lot to them. They were extremely nice, helpful, kind of inspiration to that kind of stuff.
Do you have a singular teacher that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What was?
I don't know if I should. Can I name names?
I mean, I would just make up the last name. I'd say Mr. or Mrs. X, and then just tell us why that they were the most impactful.
Okay, yeah. So it would be it was my traditional art teacher, and she just kind of was always there on a more personal level than any other teacher that I had.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of made me connect more with art, and I've always kind of considered art as an escape. I love looking at art. I love seeing billboards and just kind of analyzing that stuff. And now being in my second year of graphic design, I kind of have more to owe to that now.
Well, I mean, so if you like to look at incredible art, then you would probably also like to acquiesce listening to the art as well.
Yes, for sure. I'm a huge rap fan. Kanye's up there. Chance the Rapper.
Okay.
I listen to an amalgamation of music. So.
Okay, I got you. Cool. So, what's do you have a single piece that you're most proud of currently?
So it would have been my first year final project, we had to do a poster for a Toronto event. So it was like choosing from the AGO or the Toronto Light Festival. And I chose to do the Toronto Light Festival, and we had to create a poster. And I feel like that was one of my coolest pieces that I've done.
Okay, give me 1 sec here.
Yeah.
I potatoed this. I potatoed this!
Oh no.
Sit yourself down! What do you think this is? Art college? What? I didn't say that. Look at this guy! This is what happens to you if you don't know the #1 most impactful artist. Look at this. Looks like a movie. He got shot right through the left atrial fib.
Let's go.
Dude, I don't know who's taking over our controllers. He was wearing Yeezy, so I do feel slightly bad about that. But
yeah,
at the same time, you know, you got to make your own decisions in life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So your teacher just was like showed an interest in not necessarily just that you got good grades, but also that, you know.
Yeah, like everybody in her class was able to connect to her on a more personal level.
Why do you think that was?
I would say it was her personality. Like, she's been at the school for a really long time, so she got to know the kids and got to know the teachers. And she was just one of those people that was open with her life. She would talk to you rather as a person rather than a teacher.
Like a colleague, as not like looking down on you. Like, turn to page 17.
Yeah, like we had too many of those teachers at my school, and then you had the Miss X over here that just destroyed the game.
Got it. But here's the thing. Speaking as a former teacher, you got to tip the cap to Mrs. X, because here's the thing. That's a very difficult line to walk, because, you know, then on the flip side, you got other teachers that are like, oh, we're buddies. Well, you're not really buddies, because it's not, you know what I mean? It's like,
exactly.
You got to be careful. They still have to have your respect, but also know that, you know.
Oh yeah, she was firm when she needed to be firm, but when it was like open art time, she would go around the room and just talk, you know, as your bud.
Let me ask you this. Does this said teacher, do you think she knows the level of impact she's had on your collegiate?
I've gone back a couple times during my first year, and I've let her know, and we exchanged hugs and a little bit of tears. But yeah, I definitely let her know how much of an impact she had on me. Let's
go. That's cool, man. All right, so she directs you in that degree of fortitude. What's your when you're done with college? Yeah, your proficiency in Corel Draw and both Adobe Photoshop. Then what do you think your ideal next step would be?
I would love to. So my next step would probably be working for a larger company. I'd like to work for a music studio, maybe do like album art. Like
good music.
Yes, good music.
Are you currently acquiescing anything? Are you working on any? Hold on. Are you working on any covers right now?
No, sadly I'm not. I'm kind of focusing on more school than my personal stuff.
Do you could you squeeze out an hour a week to work on an album cover?
100% sure.
So there's an individual, they may or may not be watching,
okay,
that we play their music on our stream. Goes by the name Chagger. I believe his name is the same on Twitter. He's working on a new album. I'm sure he could use a cover, so it could be like a nice collaboration.
Oh, I would love to do that. Something like that would be
so
awesome.
I would. He was actually on. Hold on, let me sit this fool out. He was on the show last week, so you may be able to even. I mean, he's not difficult to get in touch with. So, I would do that, because if that's what you want to do, which I know you're not asking for that advice, I would start making album covers now. So when you want to go work for a music studio, and you graduate, you're not like, oh yeah, I'd like to design album covers. They'll be like, what have you done? And then you just open up a portfolio of 40 album covers you designed and be like, peep this.
That would be pretty dope.
You know?
Yeah, I would totally be up to that.
So you should do that. All right, anyways, you want... Oh, Poppy. I just got ripped. What? So you wanted to come on the show and ask a question, talk about a topic, and or look for some advice. What can I acquiesce you with?
So I would love to know how life has been from Big Brother to the point of streaming with your friends on a day-to-day basis, pretty much.
That's a pretty, if coming on the show and asking questions were fishing, you cast the net probably from Michigan to the west coast of the UK. So it's a pretty wide-reaching question. So you basically want to know what's life like been in between there, or the process in between there?
I guess the process.
Okay. So I don't know. It's just been... This is the best way to describe it. You do something you never done before, whether make a YouTube video, stream on Twitch, make an album cover, and this is how I view it, right? Whether or whatever I'm working on. I know you got a delay going, but this is how I view it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Hold up. It's coming through. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's an upward slope.
Yeah, but it's not... You're not scaling Everest overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
You just head down. You got those little pickaxes, one at a time. That's the best answer I can give you. But dude, Ian, you got to reach out to Chagger, do his first album cover, at least an alternate cover. I know he tweeted one out today, but I think you could work on one for him. But thanks for coming on the show, my dude.
No, thank you.
All right, later, buddy.
See ya.
All right, guys, I'm getting a little parched here. Brave Warrior 196, appreciate the bits. Real Out Chest Breach, appreciate the host. I'm getting a little parched. I feel like we're close to a win. But that's just not cutting it. What do you mean it's not cutting it? We got to get to a new level. There's only one way to do it. Do we have a... There's nothing like the milky white bee's nectar. Dan, there's no such thing as bee's nectar. False. There is. Much like the theory of everything hasn't been discovered by the masses yet. Dan, what are you talking about, bee's nectar? Behind the studio, you just got a quick glimpse of it, is the back 40. What's in the back? In the back 40, the single smallest yet most efficient bee farm in the Midwest. We've developed a patented process and formula in which, at the end of the night, 2,000 bees line up. Bee nectar is extracted from each bee, put into a airtight vacuum sealed bottle. Goes through a distillation and fermentation process that has a patented formula that a lot of people are trying to get. It's not going to happen. Well, Dan, why do you need such a powerful drink? Most people operate here when they're asking questions, interrogating. You got to go beneath the crust, right down to the molten core of the earth. The only way to do that is with this kind of nourishment. The patented formula. Many have tried. I'm the only human that's ever ingested it. There has been an insect/bug drone, we don't know what it is, that has also been able to lap it up. It's currently at large. We're the only human. How can you acquire some bees' nectar? So really, the only way... Well, there's two ways. One's a legal way, one's an illegal way. The illegal way is you'd have to be in my studio right now next to me. And I have to say, hey, look, you want to be the second human in the recorded history to sample some bees' nectar? The second way is you'd have to break in to the bee farm, try to steal the patented formula, and recreate it yourself. I just don't see that happening, though. Poaching bees is very illegal in Canada. Well, that's the beauty of every time we talk about the bee farm. I reveal a little bit more information that I'm not supposed to, but on our bee farm, it's a voluntary process, meaning we don't hold the bees captive. Word spreads, and they come. And the irony of the whole situation, well, it's not ironic, it's real. There's legit a back 40 behind the studio because it's ours. One day, I will say this, one day, I don't know what goal or whatever, one day I will take you, not in an IRL stream, during the show one day, if I can figure it out, not anytime soon, so don't bring it up, I'll take you literally to the back 40. I'll take you back there. Because if you don't believe it exists, and I'm not talking in the studio, like, look, we got the lab here. We got a modified bees there. I will take you to the legit back 40. Ooh, we're going, this'll be a spicy hospy. Let's go North Georgia, though. The only workers are not the bees. There's actually some scientists and workers that know the distillation process and the exact formula to make it happen. But that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our next callers. Let's pull Shannon out of the lobby, get her acquiescence. Shannon, what's going on?
Just, you know, watching the stream.
Wait, just what?
Watching the stream.
What do you mean? What you're supposed to be working the lobby?
I am.
Okay, so you're watching the stream and working the lobby.
Yes.
What's everyone's being acquiesceable, right? No one's being unruly. Okay. On the Shannon scale from 0 to 10, what would you rate the last conversation?
I rated about a 7.
I'm sorry. You didn't see. Most of the time, you're very confident in your ratings. This one was maybe your least confident one, where I'm not sure I believe you.
Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do 7 or if decimals were accepted.
You know the answer to that question.
No.
I mean, like, if you see like 7.1, is that something that looks clean to you, or maybe not so clean?
Absolutely not.
So you'd give that a 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your acquiescence. Who do we have on the line?
Night Blue.
I'm sorry.
Night Blue.
Night Blue. Is it like KNI or NI?
NI.
So Night Blue, like blue as the night sky.
I guess so.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and bring on Night Blue. Night Blue, you there, my dude?
Yeah, I'm here.
Where are you calling from, my dude?
I'm calling from Belgium.
Belgium?
Belgium, yeah.
What sort
Where Zeph lives.
Zeph?
Remember Zeph? He's from Belgium.
He is?
Yeah.
How do you know Zeph?
Just from the stream, man. I don't know him personally, but his hotel is just a 2-hour drive from me, man.
Are you considering going there?
Maybe later.
Okay.
In a couple of years, maybe.
Okay, let me ask this: what's the current time in Belgium?
Current time is 10 p.m.
Okay, so it's a reasonable time there.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on in Belgium at 10 p.m. on a Friday? Anything acquiescent?
Not much. There's a very big party right now. It's called I don't know how it's called actually, but there are like groups of young people, like 14 to 18 years old, and today was like a national holiday for them, like dedicated to groups like that.
What kind of what do you mean groups like that?
Like I don't know how to really explain it, but it's like every Sunday they come together and they like take trips to forests and go in the wild and stuff.
Are they
like
are they elves?
Boy Scouts, you know.
Are they elves or gnomes or something like that?
No. It's like clubs like Boy Scouts, but
they do like outdoor activities.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know the name really at the start.
What's the Belgium name for it?
Jeugdbeweging.
Can you slow that down for me?
Jeugdbeweging.
It sounds like youth bereaving.
Yeah, literally it's youth movement.
Oh, okay. So. That's cool. So that's going on right now. What?
Yeah, there's a huge party.
Okay. How long have you been living in Belgium?
Actually, all my life. I'm now 17 years old. So
I was gonna guess that you were at least 34.
At least what?
Yes, you don't sound like a 17-year-old kid.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Chat.
Well, I'm pretty tall for a 17-year-old.
Chat, real quick. Let's put. Hold on. Oh, we got a gunfight. Let's put my dude's age in chat. I would have been willing to bet a wholesome amount of money that you were at least in your mid-20s.
Nah, dude. I have a brother who is like 21 right now, but nah, I'm 17. So,
dude, don't lie. There's one thing we don't.
I'm not lying, man. I'm not lying.
You're lying.
No, dude.
You have a full beard. You've been in your career for 8 years, and you have a 401k. You're not 17.
No, I am 17. Don't worry, man. Yeah.
So can I ask you maybe an ignorant question?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Are waffles in Belgium special? Like, is it? Are you guys known for your waffles, or is that just an American thing?
Well, yeah, we think as a Belgian, I do think waffles are pretty special here. Like we have lots of different types. Like, I don't know, like from Brussels, from Liège, there are some, and then many other types that I don't even know.
Okay, so if you're going out to get breakfast, you're thinking waffles for sure. Oh, we gotta go.
No. I don't really eat waffles for breakfast, but I see people doing it here.
Why don't you eat waffles for breakfast? I mean, we're uncovering perhaps a big controversy. Why don't you eat waffles for breakfast and maybe in the waffle capital of the world? What do you eat waffles for dessert?
Yeah, mostly, or like just as a snack. No, I wouldn't call this snack, but yeah, like in between meals, we like to eat waffles, or when we go out or something.
Like, so as an appetizer, you'll pop in some waffles?
Yeah, kind of.
Like, do you make them fresh from batter, or do you throw them in the toaster, the microwave? What do you?
They make them fresh, like, but there are like molds, you know. It's not handmade, but we do make the dough, you know.
No, okay, so if you're about to go out, you want some appetizers, like they're not pre-made. Like you have like I get what you mean, like the mold, like the machine that makes them, but you're not you're making them like from batter, right? Or from like a liquid?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. So you don't treat it. It's not breakfast food. It's like potato chips to you.
Well, I wouldn't call it potato chips. Like, if you, well, you don't eat potato chips when you go out, right?
Some people do. There's like a lot of like hipster places. They call them like house-made chips, where the restaurant makes their own potato chips and they think they're fancy.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's more like when you go out, there are some places where you can eat waffles. You know.
But is it
like,
fancy?
It's not. Well, there are some places in like Brussels or something, or Ghent, where they specialize in waffles, and then they make them really fancy. You can add chocolate to them. You can add sugar to them. It's a wide variety.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't know. Yeah. Because I don't really eat them.
So you don't only sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
When's the last time you had a Belgian waffle?
Last time, probably when my dad made some. It was like 1 month ago. I'm not a big fan of them.
Why not?
Well, it's just like I like pancakes more, but that's just a personal taste.
If you had to guess, if we pulled 100 Belgians and asked, do you prefer waffles or pancakes? How many would prefer pancakes?
Pancakes. Well, I think 30. About
what?
Not like a big part. You say prefer pancakes over waffles, right?
Yes, being from Belgium, the headquarters.
No,
I
think of waffles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people will prefer waffles over pancakes.
Right, but you're saying 30% prefer pancakes over waffles in Belgium.
Yeah. Yeah. That's reasonable. I'm not an expert. I'm not.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I think you're in like the vast small numbers of not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go snipe this guy. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, okay. So you want to come on the show? You had a Q&A topic, advice. What's going on, my dude?
I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
One is the show, not the show, the PUBG Squad series on your YouTube channel with Northern Line and stuff.
Yes.
Is now the 2nd season is now 31 episodes long, and that means it's its 1 month anniversary. So I want to ask you, what is the best guest you had to this episode?
What do you mean best guest? Oh, a guest, like
yeah, you know, the special people, the 4th man in your squad.
Ah, see, you came on here, and you're like, there's a pot boiling right now, and you just added some gasoline in it and sparked it and just walked away. So what I would prefer to, I don't have a favorite per se.
Okay.
No, but I think everyone brought a little something to the table. I think like someone like HC Justin, I'd never met before. A nice dude, you know. Someone like Wolves at My Door, he's been my dude for a while. He's a good dude. Someone like Curry, you know, up and comer. It was fun to play with him. Someone like Bear Teefs,
Dude,
you know.
I watch all of the NLSS PUBG videos for your in-depth commentary and shenanigans.
I need to turn that. He's been
from Iowa.
A long-term dude, you know.
Yeah.
So I would say there hasn't been a guest on the show that I didn't acquiesce to.
Okay, I understand, man. So
sit yourself. Who are we right now? What is going? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what's going on? I've had my fill of Belgian waffles in my day, but I have never had this kind of fill.
Oh, that was a really nice go. Good job, man. Good job.
Thanks, my dude.
Good job.
What is going on though? I don't know.
I don't know.
And we get Wolfsbane and a pan. Okay. Yeah, so that's a tough question, but I did the best I could to answer it.
It's okay, man. I understand. Okay, so then I have another question.
Okay.
This one might take a while to think about, but I'm in the last year of my school. You know, after this year, I have to move on to, I don't know how you call it, but it's like high school with us.
So this is your last year of high school is what you're saying?
No. We have a different system than in America. So I'm gonna give you a quick guide on that.
Yeah.
So from 3 to 12 years old, you go to elementary school, or lower school as we call it. Then from 12 to 18 years old, or 17 in my case, you go to middle school, and after that you go to high school.
How long is your high school?
High school is like 3 to 5 years. It depends on what you want to do.
Wait, so you're not done with high school until you're like 22?
21 to be exact. But you can choose to do another 3 years later in your life.
What do you mean, labor? Oh, you said later in life.
Later.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So you're kind of in the middle of your schooling.
Yeah. So it's the last year of middle school for me now.
Just so you know, are you familiar with how American schooling works?
Not at all, actually. Yeah.
So you're talking about, like, you right now, you would be just about done with high school if you were American.
Okay.
Like, you'd be a senior in high school, which means, like, you're going to university next, you know?
Nice, okay. Well, there's also an option to go for university. So there's 2 ways you can go. So you can go high school or university.
Okay. But university is even more, right?
Yeah, I don't know the difference, actually. I'll have to look into that.
Okay.
Show me well. But yeah, it's last year of middle school for me. And the tradition is in Belgium is that when there's only 100 days left of school for the year, exactly 100, there's a big party, you know?
Okay. Like a school-sanctioned party or a non-school sanctioned party?
What does that mean?
Meaning, like, does the school have the party, or is it just the people like does the school endorse the party, or is it just something that the kids do?
Yeah. Well, they play a part in the organization, but most of the work has to come from us. Like sponsoring, we have to look for our own sponsors. We have to also raise some money for that.
For the party?
But, yeah.
Okay. What happens at said party?
Well, it's just a really big party, and it's just to celebrate only 100 days for...
I've never heard anything like that. That's kind of cool. No. So then is there like a countdown after that? 99 days.
No, that's crazy, man. Okay. I don't even...
you're out there having a party with 100 days left of school. I'm just trying to acquiesce, you know?
Yeah, I understand. I would do that too, actually, like countdown. But I think it's too much of a task. Like,
okay,
99 more days, 98.
Well, do they do it because do they do it because people want it to be over, or do they do it because it's cool? It's 100 days.
It's cool. It's tradition in our entire country, man. But the question I was gonna ask you for was, we need a name for the party.
A name for the party?
A name, yeah.
Okay.
And we already have a name, but we thought it was cool if we had 2 names, and then we had a vote for which is the best name. Yeah, so I'm gonna say the first name. The first name is simply Millennium, because the majority of our year is born in the year 2000.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you understand Millennium?
Yep.
2000.
Yeah.
Millennium. Okay.
It'd be easy for you to have a soundtrack. You just take the Will Smith soundtrack, Millennium, and you play that the entire party. Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, the problem is we don't have a second name, and we still need a second name for the vote, and maybe even a third name. And I don't want you to come up with a name right now, but I want you to help me come up with a name. You know?
Okay.
If you can help me with that.
So I just need a little more information on that. So what happens at the party?
Basically, at the party is just everybody, almost everybody, who is about 15 to whatever years old. Even the teachers come. They come there, and we have music, and we have drinks and.
Like alcoholic drinks?
Well, yeah, only beer, like not vodka or whiskey.
What? What? You have a school-sanctioned event and they give you beer?
Yeah, just beer.
What do you mean just beer? You're like 15 years old.
Beer. Yeah, I know, but that's the problem also. A lot of people tolerate that, but I'm not gonna do that.
But I mean,
if I'm behind the counter, you'll have to show your ID and all that.
No. Listen.
No.
Like you're serving middle school. You're serving beer at a middle school party.
Yeah, but we have to watch. I mean, we're not allowed to run into any trouble with that. Like,
oh, I'm sure that won't happen. A bunch of teenagers drinking beer. You're not going to get in any trouble with that.
There hasn't been. I trust my school, and there hasn't been any trouble in like the past probably 5 to 6 years. You know.
I know what you can call the party.
Well, it's a pretty big party. Like the place is stacked all the time. It's very popular.
Like how many people attend?
How many people like? Well, we have a very small place for because I'm not in a big city. It's like between a village and a city where I live.
Okay.
You know, so the place we're going to hire isn't that big. So there's only a tent and then a little building, but that's it.
So like, if you had to estimate, how many people?
How many people? I think that's 300 maybe.
Okay, so you have 300 teenagers and students drinking beer together. Nothing could go wrong with that scenario.
Well, you might think something might go wrong, but there are teachers there. There are teachers to supervise. Well, because we can also have a good time. You know, it's our party.
I have to ask you a question. Are you memeing me right now?
I'm not memeing you. I'm not kidding. But it is a bit a big problem, you know. Well, it's not.
You're telling me. No, you got teachers and teenagers drinking beer at a middle school-sanctioned party.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about accepting the world's cultural differences and learning about that. But there's a couple things in that statement that I could see there being continual amounts of problems with.
Do you know how many people who are like I don't know how it is in America, but you're allowed to drink beer here from 16 years old, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, is that any different?
Yeah, it's about 5 years different.
5. Wow, okay. Well, you're allowed to drink from 16 years old, so maybe that smoothens the deal a bit.
Well, I guess here's my question. I'm gonna guess it's like it's a cultural difference between Americans and Belgians that when and I can't lump everyone into one thing, but when underage kids drink in the United States, like they're not just admiring the local IPA for its hoppiness. You know, they're like they're out there like getting smashed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I understand. It's a bit the same here, but not entirely. You can't blame. Plus, there is supervision from elderly people.
So like at these parties, like what happens if someone, like a kid, mind you, what happens if a kid drinks too much?
I don't know actually. We do have to pay insurance, so it's not big trouble we will run into. But yeah, it's probably they get sent to, depending on the severity, to or home or to the hospital. You know, it's to hospi. But I don't know. I'm not part of the leaders for the organization. So you know. But anyway, back to the name, which we still need. If you can help me with that. Also, a rule is the school has to has to approve the name, so it can't contain any
obscenities.
You know, it has to stay white marble clean.
Okay.
You know.
I understand. Let me. That's a. When do you have to submit the name by?
Oh, it's we still have time. It's I think until New Year.
Okay, so you got time.
January.
So this is going to be a question I'm going to have to marinate on for a while. I'm going to turn to the White Marble chat room also, ask for some help in this. And I'm going to ask the White Marble chat room to either slide into the Discord and drop some suggestions or tweet them to me. And I think between myself and the Red Shirt Champion sitting in the White Marble chat room, I think we're going to be able to help you out and come up with a name that is going to overthrow Millennium. Because I feel like if this is all true, what you're saying, which I believe it is, you're throwing a party with teenagers and their teachers and beer. I feel like it needs to be appropriately named.
Yeah, but it's not only beer, you know. I'm not a fan of beer. I mostly stay to Coca-Cola. So, you know.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of beer, but most people of my year and my school are a big fan of drinking.
They're probably huge fans.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. No. We'll. I'll get back with you on that. Make sure to hang out and in the Discord and we'll acquiesce.
I'm always here, man.
All right, my dude. Thanks for coming on the show, man. I promise you, we'll get you a better name than Millennium.
All right, thanks. It was a pleasure, man.
All right, thanks for coming on, my dude. Have a good night.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, boys. I mean, I'll tell you what. You learn something new every day. Consider me learnt. I never thought anywhere that there'd be a school-sanctioned middle school party that authorizes beer there. But that's part of the learning that's part of the show. We don't know everything. He wasn't memeing us. It was true. I don't really like our positioning, but I don't hate it either. We're literally Scarby or nothing at all. No, we got, what are we talking? We got Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane and a 4X. Let's go. We're so close to the chain. We're just going to chill here for a second. Let them make the fatal mistakes. Dude. Someone's there and someone's there. We do got to go. Is that a dude? That's not a dude, it's a bike. I thought that was a dude. We have the high ground again. I'm just a little concerned back there, but we should be fine. Make sure we got our grenades loaded. Drop that trash. We need to be light, agile, mobile, and hostile. Oh, Dan, you gonna camp the whole time? No, I'm just getting ourselves in a position so we could win. Starting right there. Well, you better go, Dan. We're going. I just heard someone. We gotta go. We're literally gotta run down the hills. Well, quit Quit talking about it and do it. Let's go. Sit yourself. Wolfsbane strikes again. Well, Dan, what are you talking about, Wolfsbane? You don't have any med kits. You're right, we're in trouble. Probably should have looted that guy, but that's life, my dudes. We're extremely exposed right now. Odds are against us, but I'll tell you what to do with your odds. Stuff and nonsense. Get down, you fool. Suppied Scarby. Why don't you sit him down? He's gonna sit himself down. What sort of decision is that, Dan? It's a tough decision. He's safe. We're not. Just don't see me here. I can't tell if he's looking at us or if that's his yak pack. He's not. He's looking to the left. We're going to have to kill him because we're going to take his spot. Wolfsbane. Sit yourself down. Sit yourself down. We're exposed again. Get down. Wolfsbane strikes again. I have no idea where anyone is. We got high ground, we got low ground. And we got no ground. We're somewhere in between. Come on. I'm going to gamble and say no one's back there. I have to gamble. No one's there. They got to be up here. Oh, check that. Let's go. Wolfsbane strikes again. Where's the last one? Pop the med kit. Pop the med kit, you fool. Not like this. Okay, we're not going to have time to medi up. Let's go! Let's go! Wolfsbane, let's go! We got no health left. We got it doesn't, you got to make the gut decision that med kit doesn't matter. Let's freaking go. Get it out. Just get it out. Get the trash out of here. 5 kills. Let's go! Freaking let's go.
On a roll these past few days, get it out again.
You know, it comes a point in time when you feel bad, right? You feel bad because they had their gun from Toys R Us. Maybe Walmart. And we have a gun forged from the fires down deep where no one can go. Born of the flame. Indestructible titanium known as Wolfsbane. It may not get every kill, but if it's in your sheath, the gold is coming. Oh, let's go. I'm going to tell you right now. It doesn't matter if it's PUBG, Fortnite. A new level has been reached. And it's like we were talking about earlier. You climb the mountain, right? You don't go up like this. You go up like this. And every once in a while, you do one of those. We just did one of those. And there's no going back. Those days of not even being able to function properly in those intense situations, they're gone. Get that trash out. 20% health. You got to make a quick decision on the fly. Do I med kit up? There's grenades popping left and right. Everything in the book, the PUBG book, everything in the book says, drop down, hit your med kit. We go anti-book. We line them up and we sit them down. Did someone clip that? I feel like we're doing the show a disservice by not watching that back. Mark the Dead, welcome aboard, donning the gold chain and the red shirt for the first time. Mark, one of the first people ever to animate something that was dead and make it popular on AMC's television show, The Walking Dead. We're happy to have you here. Thank you so much. Sleep Cycles, thank you for the host, my dude. I don't know when you hosted. I hope you caught it at the right time, because you just missed one heck of an ending. Final Fantasy, thanks so much. And Mark the Dead for the bits. I'm telling you what, man. I may need to call Jacob the jeweler and tell him, look, one chain is not going to be enough for the show. Whoa, that's pretty cocky, Dan. I'm just saying. We've reached a new precipice.
You are a true champion of the battle royal industry.
Nah, what's good? Did anyone clip that? Because I'm just saying. To not watch. That's. I mean, there's been odds stacked against us before. But to not go back and watch that on the show, it's like doing you a disservice. And I can't let that happen. I think this is it. No. Yes, Wolfsbane. Okay. Azure Flux. By the way, those individuals that clip the show, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate when you guys clip. Okay. I'd like to maybe dial it back just a little. I think that's the final kill, which I think that's what we need to see. All right. So let's just set the stage real quick. Literally, I'm in the exact same. Let's set the stage real quick. Mass chaos. Not mass chaos. Wolfsbane takes a life. We take some damage in the process. We're rocking a space ball. Our armor's shredded. Our med kit's burning a hole in our pocket. Do we use it? Do we not? We right click it, make the decision to use it. Like, oh, that's what the book tells us what to do. Whoa. I said, no, we don't go by the book. We pull out the Scarby. and say, I don't know where this individual is, but there's grenades to the left and right of me. What do we do? All this is happening like that. In the White Marble chat room, you guys have a different perspective. You guys are able to slow it down a little bit. Matrix Vision. Something brand new just for the White Marble chat room. Let's go! I mean, this is kind of like, that's like right at the moment. I kind of want to map the chaos before it. I don't know if we have the chaos. It may not. Acquiesce. Nah. I don't. I think that we just have the celebratory moment. But we can acquiesce that. That's fine. Clip the clip. So, look, and here's the thing. I can't take credit. I can't. It's from, there's a lot of gold that's starting to replicate out there. I see a lot of red shirt champions sitting in the White Marble chat room. I see the gold shining. And at some point, you say, look, I can't play like this. We got to step up. And a lot of people want to step up, but it's not easy, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just not easy. So what do you do when that happens? Your face, you got, you know what I'm saying? It's just not easy. So it's not. It's when the rubber meets the road. One of two things is going to happen. Your tire is going to melt away and bend your 30-inch rims on your Ford Fiesta, or that car is going to take off faster than ever before. Where's this clip at, though? It's just, all right, I think this is it. Oh, this is it. Okay, let's just sit back. Okay, chaos happening. What do we do? Decisions. Okay, tough. That's an important decision. Look, from about literally 3 seconds. Okay, we're not gonna have time to G-Hill. Just not gonna. You gotta run some quadratic equations in your head, split second. You make the decision, and then you deliver. Go! Let's go! Wolfsbane, let's go! How do we have 5? We got no health left. We gotta. It doesn't. You gotta make the gut decision that med kit doesn't matter. Let's go. I'm just telling you, man. It's not the Wolfsbane, it's how you use it. What? Sabby, have a good one. Ryan, appreciate the host. Where do we go from here? I mean, a 6-kill near victory, a 5-kill victory? I mean, we've got... Do you see our rank? Is this some kind of joke? Top. Just. Oh, Dan, there's a PUBG tournament going on right now. Looks like I missed my invitation. Don't tell me the ranks start. These ranks have been solidified for the past. I have a different ranking system than everyone else. Mine go back to the beginning of the game. What is our K to D? It's got to be like 8,000. Oh man, I need to take a screenshot of that because moments like this you just got to hang on to. They didn't invite you to give everyone else that's right, Sleep Cycle. Look. You just find a way. Honestly, and to think, I mean, we did have some help with some Belgian waffles. What was my rating before? I don't know. Oh man. I always say this. If you're winning chicken dinners and it doesn't feel like that to you, I don't care if you win 100 games. I don't care if you're the #1 PUBG streamer in the. I don't care. If you're winning games and it doesn't feel like that, you're playing the wrong game. This game and Fortnite and this style of game, it harnesses the competitive spirit. And when you lose, it should hurt. And if it doesn't hurt, you're playing the wrong game. Go play solitaire. There's no losers in solitaire. Oh, yeah, there is, Dan. There's losers. Well, go play whatever. Go play Minecraft, all right? Well, Dan, you're going to disparage the Minecraft community? No, I think it's a good game. Oh, man. Did I play any MOBA games in the past? I only play games that have a high level of consequence. But I will say this. This will be the final statement on the victory. We're going to... It's not going to be a statement. We're going to make a move here. It's just something that has to be done. What are you going to do, Dan? We've reached a point... We've reached a point in the show, in our PUBG esports career, that one is not going to be enough. So let's make a call. Let's just type #1. And if you think I'm joking, this isn't a joke. This is a real call. I'm going to type, we're going to Google the #1 gold chain seller in Michigan. Let's see what happens. Here we go. I'm not going to give the name of the jeweler for obvious reasons, but let me go ahead and make the call. I will make the call. Give me 1 second here. One's not enough. It better answer. I'm ready to lay down all of our credits.
You have reached.
Okay. Let me try another one. Look, they don't want their product shown off in front of the white marble chat room. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Do you think that's funny? I gotta be careful here. We need to... Hi, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Hey, I need to buy a couple gold chains. I've got a couple around my neck, but I just think I'm running out. What's the best process to come and buy one?
I mean, my best suggestion to you would be if you can come in, because then we can show you different styles, different sizes. If you don't see one that you like if you want a little bit thicker, a little bit longer,
I want.
You can usually order it.
Yeah, I'm looking at what's the thickest gold chain you have in stock right now, and do you have any that are encrusted with diamonds?
We do. Hold on 1 second. Let me transfer you to the sales floor.
Okay. You just lost the sale. All right. You don't we need it right now. Ship it in. All right, let's run it back. Look, you got a sale on the line, and you're going to transfer me. You're the salesperson. Well, Dan, that was kind of rude. Yeah, she was rude. We wanted to buy the largest gold chain they have that was diamond encrusted. I'll call her back and apologize after the show. What? You can't break the fourth wall like that. Well, next time, why don't you tell her you're on the show? I'll do that next time. I know. It was their job. But I thought maybe she was a salesperson. Okay, that wasn't a prank call. We need another gold chain. She doesn't get that ass off yet. Well, Dan, did you dial *67? I did not. All right, let's get Shannon on the line here. Let's get our last caller for the afternoon. That wasn't
Let's go.
Shannon, what's going on? What, at the moment of acquiescing, what happened in the lobby? Was there like Doritos flying in the air? What happened?
I wish, but everyone's still muted because they said they're watching the stream.
There was no celebration in the lobby?
None.
Wow, we may have to we may have to pump some nectar in the atmosphere in that room. What did you on the Shannon scale, what did you rate the last conversation?
Oh. I'm feeling an 8.
Okay, an 8.
Perhaps a 9.
Okay. What who we got on the line?
Next is Mitchell.
Is this the same Mitchell or another Mitchell's?
No, different.
We have 2 Mitchells on the same day?
I guess so.
Let me ask this. Do you personally know any Mitchells in your everyday life?
I don't.
So then you definitely don't know 2 Mitchells.
No.
So one might say it's an odd occurrence that there are 2 people named Mitch that have called in on the same show in which we take a small handful of calls.
Yep. That's very strange.
All right, let's send Mitch in, Shannon. We'll see what he's got to say. All right.
Squad up.
Mitch, what's going on?
Not much.
Where are you calling in from, my dude?
I live in Wisconsin-Sanamore.
Excuse me?
That's what your national neighbors to the left call Wisconsin.
You live in Wisconsin-Sanamore.
No, it's just Wisconsin.
But is that a real thing, whatever you just said?
I don't think so. I mean, a couple of people said it at my school.
Wisconsin-Sanamore?
Yeah, it's just a longer.
I got you. So you're from the Midwest?
I'm right next to Michigan, and I kind of want to bring that up. Just like the other Mitchell, I got a bone to pick with Michigan.
Well, real quick, let me ask you this. I got some easies. How many Mitchells do you personally know?
I know me. I'm the important one. One of the guys in my local hardware store. His name's Mitch.
Do you work in a hardware store?
I'm a security guard at a hardware store.
I don't mean to make light of the situation, but is there a lot of theft going on in a hardware store in Wisconsin?
I don't know if you ever heard of Menards or something.
Save big money. We're not giving them free publicity, but yeah, I have heard of it.
So there's a little yard you drive to in the back. You got to pick up your whatevers.
Like your interlocking bricks, some mulch.
Your pavers or something.
Yeah.
So.
Wait. So you know another Mitch?
Yeah, he's the general manager. I'm kind of giving out my location here.
No one's gonna look it up. But let me ask this: what do you find that odd that there's 2 Mitches at the same facility?
Well, I like to call myself Mitchell. I don't know. I never liked shortening it, so I guess there technically is a Mitch and a Mitchell.
But I mean, technically, if we look at pull the birth certificates of everyone that works at Menards, there's going to be 2 that say Mitchell on.
Yeah.
So do you find that odd?
It is a little weird. There was one other Mitchell I went to school with like years ago, but I don't really know him.
Dude, I have to say, like, we're swimming in Mitchells, and I don't think I know a Mitchell, let alone multiples that would require me to decipher them by middle initial.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. So what's
now you know a Mitchell.
What's life like in Wisconsin?
It's warm for some reason. It's not usually warm. It's supposed to be super cold right around October, Halloween times.
You're telling me, Barry Alvarez?
Yeah, you're the one. You're living over in Michigan, the tropical state.
I don't know about that, but it is very acquiesceable right now. I mean, some may say so acquiesceable, you shouldn't be playing PUBG, and I said because it's so acquiesceable, we're playing PUBG. You know what I'm saying?
You could be playing out on the front porch.
Yeah, but if that was the case, then I would have to move the entire studio. I would have to quarantine the back 40. It's just not feasible. Although I would like to one day. What do you do in Wisconsin? So you're a security guard. Are you armed?
Oh no. Okay. So you drive up to pick your pavers. I'm the guy that opens the gate. I count your mulch. I mulch it up, and then I wave you through. So there's not a lot of people storming the gates trying to get in.
But let me ask this: how do you know if that person really should have mulch or not?
They give you a little piece of paper, and I match up the numbers, and then if it's okay on my end, you go through.
Has anyone tried to forge?
Forge? No. That would
I mean,
be funny.
I really wasn't joking. I mean, I know mulch and paver bricks are a hot commodity. Maybe do you think you've ever passed one through, or has anyone maybe got an extra pallet of bricks that shouldn't have?
Well, every day we usually catch a guy who, in quotations, oh, I didn't see it back there. He got an extra 2x4 or something, so we just pull it off to the side.
So you, like when that happens, like what does the hardware store protocol say you have to do? Well, report them.
No, I handle it in house. I just pull it off the truck.
I know, but you didn't answer the question. What are you supposed to do per company policy?
No, that's what you're supposed to do, for real. There's a little, we have a bunch of, tablets. They got Samsung Galaxies or something. We mark it down that we got a little thing.
What is a little thing called? An indiscretion?
Overshort. So it's
overshort? That's like the code word for stealing?
Yeah. Well, is it over a little? Because we also catch them if they don't have enough. Because we're, the helpful guys, too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't sell me that bill of goods. But, so you make a gut, if someone, tries to slip in a few paver bricks, do you ever let them go?
No, definitely not.
You not once have let someone go?
Not on purpose.
Why not?
I don't know. It feels good to catch somebody, because when you're sitting there for 10 hours at a time, nobody steals anything. Well, what am I even there for? But if I catch somebody, it's like I want a chicken dinner.
I know, but what if that person was working on maybe their daughter or son's backyard birthday party, and they were just needed 1 or 2 more paver bricks, and it was either buy the paver bricks or buy their kid a gift that they really wanted, maybe something like PUBG on Steam, but they had to make the decision. So you've never let one person slide.
Nobody has given me a little sob story about PUBG. I would have to consider it. That would be a moral thing.
But have you ever gone a little deeper and maybe questioned, why do they need an extra or 2 paver brick without paying for them? Have you ever asked them what the scenario was and how those extra paver bricks found its way into their cart?
There's never a lot of times where I'm sure they're stealing. I've always been suspicious, but sometimes, it could actually be an accident.
So you take the high road. You don't assume the worst from anyone. You assume the best. Like, oh, maybe just 3 bags of mulch just jumped into the cart accidentally.
But if we're talking about mulch, it's impossible to count it. It gets all stacked up. It's like these little like plastic sacks.
So you're not doing your job then.
Don't tell Mitch. No, I do my job as best as I can with the counting stuff.
Wasn't your job to make sure that no inventory goes unaccounted for?
Yeah, I guess it is.
But you just told me that it's impossible, quote unquote, impossible to count bags of mulch.
Well, you got guys coming in the yard, people leave, and to count, somebody picks up 32 bags of mulch. We'd have to pull them all off the truck and put them back on the truck, and man, it'd be a whole big hassle.
I got you. Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to get a feel for. Oh, this has been looted. I'm just trying to get a feel for how you operate your hardware store.
Yeah, it's pretty fun being a security guard. And
but
we're not like.
Would you wear like a yellow shirt that says security?
I'm wearing my hat right now that says security on it.
Is it a black hat with yellow writing?
It's white writing.
A black hat with a white writing.
Yeah.
Is it like a default like Arial bold font?
Yeah, I think it is. It's all caps.
I got you. Okay, cool. So you're working at a hardware store in Wisconsin. Do they give you a taser?
No like weapons. Just these 2 guns right here.
Your biceps?
No, I've never had to like tackle anybody or stop them. I've been threatened.
What do you mean you've been threatened?
It happened just the other day. A guy drove up and it was like a tiny red car, and I reached in to like grab this piece of paper so I could look what he's picking up, and he said, "Hey, don't put your hands in my stuff in the car." As I put my hands up, I was like, "All right, man."
Well, I mean, he's got a point. Like, police aren't even allowed to do that. And then here you are. You're Mr. Tough Guy. You got a security hat, and you think you own the joint.
I had to reach my whole arm in the car to like the passenger seat. It was just
wait. This dude pulls up, and you reached in his car.
No, it was. He had it in his hand, but it was like behind the window. He rolls down the window.
And you snatched it from him.
Yeah, I went like, grabbed it right out of his hand and ran away. No, I don't know who was in the wrong. Could have been me.
I mean, I can deduce that the person's name rhymes with witch who was in the wrong, but nonetheless.
He was mad.
How long you been working at the hardware store?
Since March 27th is the exact date.
You've been so almost close upon a year, getting close.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Cool. So you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It gets a little slow, so I have a lot of time to think about things.
Like, so when you're not like checking inventory, what do you do with your downtime?
I listen to a ton of music. I'm a huge music guy.
What's your number one most played album on your phone right now?
On like Spotify, it's probably like one of Bob Dylan's stuff.
I just saw a meme going around. I don't know if you saw it. It was if you're a big music guy, you should know this moment. So back, I don't know, it was the early '90s. The song "We Are the World." Have you heard that song?
It sounds familiar.
It's like all the big, like, I'm gonna say like 30+ artists from the '90s like collaborated on one song.
Yeah.
And it's like Michael Jackson led it. It's like we are the world.
Yeah.
So there's a video. I think I saw it either today or yesterday. They zoomed in on Bob Dylan during that.
Oh, was he at that with one with that, like the headphones on?
Yeah, and he was just like,
yeah, he's not smiling.
No, he's like, I don't even know. He's not even singing. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So Bob Dylan would be your number one. Any
Kanye?
I would say any rap or hip hop artist. I thought I heard someone.
I tried out. I listen
knew
to a
I
lot of
heard
rap
someone.
Outside of work. I don't like to listen to it there because it's kind of. I don't know if a lot of people there would be into rap.
Do you not have headphones?
No, you're not supposed to. We're on camera all the time, so
So you listen to it on speakerphone?
Yeah, yeah, I got little speakers.
Wait. What do you mean? Like, you blast?
So I sit in a little shack, and I keep my my phone in the shack, and then it's playing music while I'm counting stuff, and then I come back in, and it's like halfway through a song, and I just keep listening.
So if you were to go in your little hut, then
yeah, you would probably hear Bob Dylan singing about something.
What's Bob Dylan's #1 song?
I really like a Rolling Stone. Let's go for that.
How does that go?
Like a Rolling Stone, like that.
I can't say I've ever heard it.
You ever heard of the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
There you go. That's their name.
Yeah, but that's not the song.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, it's probably like one of the most famous, like rock songs of all time.
Did they use it in commercials ever?
It's probably really expensive, I think.
Honestly, I'm not even like memeing you. I am 75% sure I've never heard that song.
I mean, that's fine. You're more like the Kanye fan, which I love.
I like to say I'm well versed with the making decisions toward the most impactful artist of our century. So Bob Dylan's #1. Who would be #2?
It's in the air. Oh,
what about? Hold on, I gotta acquiesce this. Hang on one sec.
All right.
Let me get in a corner here. Hey, buddy.
What is that chain around your neck?
Maybe you should hop into Twitch chat and find out what unlocks the chain. It's not really a laughing matter. You want me to show your face on stream? I'll show his face on stream because he wants to wear the chain. What's going on, buddy? Yeah. Your Otta did good today. What's going on?
Making the face.
I'm live right now.
Okay, what time are you coming home?
Soon. I'm on my last game.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you,
Bye. All right.
That was nice.
Hey.
Cool.
I'm glad you approve. So I'm a little surprised. I would say surprised.
What about?
Like, my wife should know what the gold chain is. I feel like she doesn't know.
Oh, the gold chain.
Yeah.
You got to show her the chicken dinner clip.
Yeah, I mean, normally I show her when we win a chicken dinner, but normally it's not on stream, so there would be no acquiescence of the gold chain. You feel me?
Offline.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So what would be your #2 from Bob Dylan?
It's kind of like a toss-up. I only pull up Spotify or something. But there's a lot of. I'm also sort of everywhere, well versed in music and stuff. Probably, it might actually be Kanye, which is kind of funny.
I mean, I don't find that funny. It's #1 most impactful artist of our generation. You know, I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
And Heartbreaks. It's a masterpiece.
It is. So what is it? What's your #2?
You might have heard of a band. I think Ryan's brought it up, or I can't call him Ryan, first name basis. NL brought it up. It's called Of Montreal. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like the type of band that's won 21 Grammys. You know. So, but anyways, all right. So you wanted to go? I've got, normally I don't go this hard to paint against, with callers, but
I know not all of us Mitchells can be astrophysicists.
Yeah. But anyway, so you want to come on the show? You had a question, topic, or advice? Which of the?
Well, I kind of got 2 questions, and one has to do with music.
Okay.
So we've been talking about music for a while, so let's shelf that one. I want to talk about the beef I have with Michigan and Wisconsin.
The state of?
Yeah, when are you gonna give us the Upper Peninsula back?
What do you mean back?
Wisconsin is the rightful owner.
There's a reason why Michigan is king in the north and Wisconsin are the Tyrells, okay?
The Tyrells?
Yeah.
You're giving us the flower?
I was actually going to give you guys the Boltons. I just couldn't pull out the Bolton name off the top of the dome.
That's because that's what we do to... I don't know.
I do have to say it is a bit odd because the majority of people that live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan root for the Green Bay Packers.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
To the UP?
Yeah.
I have not, nor do I ever have any plans to. It's a long drive. It's not like driving. I can drive to Windsor in 30 minutes. It's going to take me 12 hours to get to the UP.
Plus, you got to drive over Superior, and that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have a bridge.
I'm sure they do.
Nice.
Maybe. But anyways, so that's question. What was part 2?
So this is funny. We were just talking about this. I was wondering what your favorite non-Kanye album is, or maybe artist, if that's easier to answer.
Favorite non-Kanye album or artist? I would have to say I would go album. And ironically enough, Kanye West is not featured on the album. I would say Weezer's Red album.
Red album
is about as acquiesceable as you can get in that genre. It's kind of like it's a potpourri of alternative music. You know what I'm saying?
What's a potpourri?
Means like there's a bunch of different songs on there, like not just all the same.
You ever listen to the Blue album?
I have, but like all those songs are very similar, you know?
Oh yeah, they're all. I mean, it's like a good sound, but it's all the same.
Yeah, where like the Red album is like 8 stages of fire. Which one are you gonna pull?
What's like the number one, like you would have heard this song from the Red album?
You probably wouldn't have heard one.
Really?
I don't know what the single was off of that.
Whoa.
But it's their best album, in my opinion.
Now I gotta acquiesce it. I gotta check it out.
You should. You're doing yourself a disservice by not acting.
Well, you know, I got a ton of hours at work. I think I'll cue that one up.
Go for it, my dude. Well, my dude, we're in the top 18 here, so I want to thank you for being the second Mitchell to call today. I would just acquiesce that before you shoot someone down for perhaps accidentally taking a few extra bags of mulch, maybe put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah, who knows, man? They could have a birthday party to plan.
Yeah, and they need that extra bag of mulch, but it's like, look, I either pay for the mulch or I get my kid a gift. You know, it's hard to do both.
I never thought of it like that.
No problem, my dude. But it was fun, man. Thanks for popping on.
Yeah, hey, good luck in your PUBG. We're gonna do 2 in a row here. I feel it.
We're close. All right, later, buddy.
Yep.
Are you freaking kidding me? Not like this. Why is the Molly not on there? That is so... Why is that not Molly? Oh, we just got Kobe. This is important. This is important showdown here. First off, pop the Tylenol. Oh, he's creeping. Make your move. Wait till they get fully exposed. We're running out of time for Blueby. We're both going to die. We're going to battle in the blue then, my dude. We literally Kobe'd him. How far do we got to go? He played us. Congratulations, you played yourself. Do we have another? We do have another first seat. We're going to be okay. Oh. We got to pop it now, though. We're going to be okay. It wasn't our best decision making, but we're still alive, so something worked. I feel foolish, but it doesn't matter. I will say this, we don't have a lot going for us right now. We don't have a lot going for us. There's not a lot of things going for us right now. But is that boy still there? He's in those rocks. I would love to just get the betterment of society from him. We do have the chain on. The chain does bring us to a higher level of acquiescence. Well played. I heard the steps. I heard the steps. we had a 6 kill and a 5 kill game. Look. I just wonder if was that the same guy. Do you think that was spam 1 in chat?